o'clock here one of these days.
One of these days.
I've started the recording, and now I'm fixing to click the button and start the stream.
Are you counting it down?
Send it up.
This is our countdown as Chris saying the countdown.
3, 2, 1, but.
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Now, welcome to the stream.
Welcome to Pungeon Masters. You're watching a group of miscreants and misfits.
One of them's not even at his desk right now.
One of them's not even present. But no, this is Star-Crossed Horizons. I am your GM, Tevis. Below me is currently not visible right now. That's Luke. Above me is Swing, and then Gribble, Dom, Chris, and missing is B-Will. Let's see. Just to kick things off, I have another hot question for everybody. I was thinking about maybe asking a question about the remaster, but I'm going to hold off on that till next session because, we still need some time to digest, I think. But this session, I have probably the most important question I have ever asked you guys. What is your favorite fast food item?
I hate you.
Item, not place. Item.
One item.
One item.
One item.
Hmm.
Does anybody want to go first, or shall I call names?
Mozzarella cheese sticks from Sonic.
Really?
Good choice.
Okay.
This is B-Will from out of left field.
That was B-Will with mozzarella sticks from Sonic. Okay. Can respect that. Dom, you look like you've got something.
I was listening to the stream.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, Tevis, your audio sounds clear in Discord, but on the stream it sounds weird.
Uh-oh.
Sound check.
Sound check.
It could be on my end. I don't know, but
I'm watching it in the living room. It seems fun.
okay, probably
Yeah.
just me then.
Okay.
But fast food. Honestly, don't really eat out very often. But if I had to go with something like as a guilty pleasure, probably I miss whenever when we were still in the South Haven area. After a good old night of drinking and going up to good old Crystals,
I knew you were gonna say that.
chili cheese fries. Let me get some motherfucking sliders.
Oh, those chili cheese spots, man, when they were good.
Those are so fucking good.
Dude, I went to a Crystal recently, and I don't know if this was a fluke because they don't have them around here, so I haven't been to one in forever.
Yeah, we don't have any either around here.
But I went to one that was like in Alabama somewhere, and I got the Crystal Chicks. They were awful. Awful. Like it was a totally different recipe. And I was like, did they change it? Or is this like a franchise thing? I don't know if they
You got to get lucky. I mean, at least around here, it's like 90% of the time it's garbage.
Man, that's unfortunate. I remember when, in Olive Branch and South Haven, dude, those Crystals were just banging every time.
Yep. Hot, warm, fresh, thick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about this Crystal Chick.
Talk about them Crystal Chicks, huh?
Crystal Chicks.
I mean, heck, ours around here closes at like 5 or 6 now. I mean, how ridiculous is that? I know.
Ridiculous.
You can't go get that steamer box at like 1:30 in the morning. No.
I mean, that was the primary purpose for the Crystal. It's like that they were open until 3, I think, where we were.
Yeah, here where I live, there's nothing open past like 1 in the morning anymore at any time.
The Sonic I worked at
since COVID.
Yeah.
The Sonic I worked at when I was in high school stayed up until 2 on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Wow.
Nice.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
It was a different time then.
It was.
And it wasn't even that long ago.
Anyways, does anybody else have anything to add? Their favorite fast food item? Gribble, come on, hit me with yours.
Well, you can't think of anything.
What? Okay.
My favorite? No.
Yeah. Favorite.
Maybe just like
of all time.
out.
Give us the top 3 if you can't decide. Be the overachiever.
Swing, what do you got?
I love the Crunchwrap Supreme, especially if you order it through
Right.
the app and you start mixing and matching parts of it. Put like grilled
Mm.
chicken or something.
Is that
Oh
what
yeah,
is that what you
the
mainly
employees
do?
love
You do
that.
grilled chicken instead of beef, or how do you? What's your favorite mashup?
Sometimes, just like and normally I'll just get the regular old Crunchwrap, but um, after catching a friend of mine spoke about like, yeah, I only order through the app so I can like change it because they were like trying to chase their macros or whatever, and it's like get the chalupa, but take everything else out. Just get extra chicken. So it's basically just the chalupa wrap and chicken and a little bit of cheese. And I'm like,
And then don't eat the chalupa because we're on keto, baby.
just like leave that
Not
flat.
if you're
Just scoop it
tracking
out.
macros.
It's just chicken at that point.
Yeah, it's just chicken. But yeah, I've heard doing stuff like that for the Crunchwrap's pretty great. That Crunchwrap just in its own, man.
Yeah,
It's,
Crunchwrap's good.
It's
Yeah.
it's
I can
it's,
respect that.
it's got a satisfying texture. You know, like
Yeah.
the crunch. That's what I really liked about the it was the double decker tacos. It was that same kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Golly. My favorite is probably gonna be Wendy's, the Asiago Ranch chicken sandwich, but with the spicy chicken patty.
Yeah.
Baller.
I've had that. I like that a lot. I usually get like every time Wendy's puts out a new sandwich, I always get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
I got their nacho cheeseburger.
it was
That's pretty good.
okay.
I
It's
got the
okay.
chicken,
One was
that's pretty
okay.
good.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just,
I
and
think
it-
I went with the burger on that one, and I was pleased,
It-
but not blown away.
it may have been the Wendy's I was at too. That it just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say something about the Wendy's though. Their meat on their hamburger patty is probably the better
Yeah.
quality tasting meat
Yeah.
of all the fast food that I've been to before.
I
Will, do you
concur.
have an item?
You said the mozzarella
Hmm.
sticks.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
great.
my bad. Yes. Sorry.
So, I
You were
mean,
the first one. I've already
Like
forgotten.
with me, it's like
Mozzarella sticks. No, I
a
like
lot of them are.
grill from McDonald's.
Is this a different B, Will? Wait a second.
He's giving his top 3.
The bowl's kicking in.
Take it away,
It's getting the
Chris.
munchies. I was just gonna say, like, it's there's a lot of different places where I eat at, and I do enjoy the food, but it's never like mind blowing,
Mm.
right? It's like this tastes good, but it's like, dang man, this is so good. That's hilarious. You do have the munchies.
Quite literally, he has the munchies.
So I mean, I guess I would say regular chicken sandwich, no pickle, from Chick-fil-A.
Hmm.
It's one that I can probably go to and be satisfied over and over again. And it's always quality. It's never been one where I've gotten something it's not been right. It's
Yeah.
not been cold or anything. It's just whereas any other place I've gotten like a taco or a burrito from Taco Bell and it not be right, or
Mm.
you know, they leave something off on a Wendy's sandwich. It's simple enough to where it's like still enjoyable and you can't get it wrong.
You're factoring in the consistency. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, there's some things that I like a lot. If you get it at the right time of day from the right restaurant, it's great. And if you get it anywhere else or any other time, it's awful. So,
Right.
Luke, did you have one you wanted to throw in here?
I think he's driving.
Oh, Luke's driving. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, okay. You don't have to throw anything in here then. Swing, did we get yours already?
Yeah, Crunchwrap
Crunchwrap.
Supreme.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I was going to go with something Crunchwrap Supreme adjacent, which is the cheesy gordita crunch. I mean, come on. The king of all fast food items.
It's a good one.
I
I
think
do
if
like
I
that
were
one a
going,
lot. Yeah.
I'll add since Gribble brought this up, I will add an addendum, a runner-up for consistency. I'm going to go with Raising Cane's chicken, the sandwich combo, the sandwich thing, because yeah, I always get the sandwich because I'm a sandwich guy. And who eats just chicken fingers? That's crazy. Anyway,
My mom.
When I'm
gosh.
blackout, I
that just angered everybody.
Yeah.
Slim chickens, chicken tenders,
Imagine
baby.
the sauce options you get, Tevis.
Yeah, just the one sauce.
Just get 2 slices of Texas toast and then slap your chicken on there and pour some of the sauce on there.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's basically a chicken sandwich.
I mean, they have a good bun. for the
Yeah.
chicken sandwich. So it's worth getting it for the bun. But I love that their chicken has like the most consistently high quality chicken that I've had from any chicken joint. Like there's never any shady bits. It's always the same, like well done, fresh, hot, very, very consistent. Whereas like I love Zaxby's kicking chicken sandwich,
Mhm.
but you're rolling the dice on that. Sometimes it's not the best.
Sometimes it's too saucy. Sometimes it's not saucy enough.
Yeah, sometimes it's not particularly
Sometimes the
hot.
chicken strips aren't even that big, and you get like
Yeah.
a little small one.
Or even
Sometimes
cooked.
there's weird chewy stuff. in
Well,
the
I'd hope
chickens.
they're cooked.
Really cooked.
It depends
Well,
on
I've
which
had a
one you
raw
go
chicken
to.
strip before.
That's a bad
We've
thing.
been we're getting a Raising Cane's, and it's been being built for like almost a year now. It's
Oh, wow.
ridiculous, and it's being built right next to a Slim Chickens.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an easy
Slim
choice.
Chickens leech
I would
the
go to Slim
life out of
Chickens.
that.
I've heard so many different varying things about Raising Cane's. I've heard anywhere from it's total garbage to it's really good.
We
I've heard
went.
it's only good because of the sauce and the chicken is okay.
We
I
went to
live
one.
in the birthplace of Slim Chickens, and I would go to Raising Cane's.
We went to a Raising Cane's when we were on our way down to Rances Pass for the wedding, and we weren't impressed.
And there
We
are
weren't impressed. No.
Raising Cane's in North Little Rock.
Yeah, there's one in on University now too. We've got two of them. The one on University is better, so I recommend going there. But
So yeah, when
I'll
they finally open up, I'll be looking forward to going there probably one time.
right,
Yeah.
just to see what it's all
Just to
about.
see what it's all about. Just like Whataburger, we finally
Yeah.
got 2 Whataburgers here. I went there and I was like, "This is what the hype was about. This is like a B tier Sonic." And I don't
know.
even rate Sonic
I think
that high.
I think I put Whataburger slightly above Sonic myself.
We stopped at a Whataburger on the way out from the wedding,
And you weren't impressed?
and we weren't impressed. No.
Chris and I share the same views on this.
It's funny.
amazing.
One of my favorite items from Whataburger is the barbecue chicken strip sandwich on Texas toast.
Mm.
I think that's one of their best items. Their chicken strips are not anything to write home about, but the combination is very good.
I tried the Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich or something like that. I don't even know if they still have it anymore, but at the time it was. I will say, for what I paid for and what you get, the thing was absolutely.
Oh, their
huge.
burgers are monster. Like I
It's
bought
like-
a burger from there the other day. I was like, holy, it's freaking huge.
In
Nice.
the
Yeah.
sauce to chicken to bread ratio was through the roof. It wasn't even anything close to what I've seen on a Zaxby sandwich before. It was just like
Whoa.
pure liquid on the bread.
Oh, that's a saucy sando.
It was a very saucy sando, but the flavor, it was just too much.
Mm.
It just was like, this isn't that great.
Well, I thought it was important for us to talk about food because, you guys in our Star-Crossed Horizons campaign are facing a little bit of a food shortage. But before we dive into that, we'll just do a lightning fast recap. Last time we met our characters. Why don't we run down the top and everybody say your character name? We'll start with B-Will and go down from there.
I'm playing Mobot Ilop or Tovim Ilop.
Chris?
Wesley Steel Arrow III. Thank you very much.
Tom?
Got Svalder and his gate as well.
Gribbs?
I'm playing Bromir.
Swain?
I'm Basco and his prototype construct companion, Monty.
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 And Luke, are you able to speak at this time? We're going to take that as a no. Luke is playing.
Honk your horn
Yeah.
if you can't talk to us.
Okay, so last time our intrepid adventurers were tasked with going on shore to this little tiny island where apparently the captain and crew had recently buried some supplies here so they could come back later and retrieve them for their return trip. And as they approached the island, it quickly became clear that something was wrong as they were attacked by skeletons. Many of their fellow sailors were slain as they were trying to row to shore. But they quickly were able to dispatch those skeletons, and apparently the person who raised them, who called himself Veed the Inimitable, was a kobold. And on his corpse, you found a scroll of Create Undead Ritual. You discovered that these supplies had already been dug up almost in their entirety. There were just a couple of little things laying around. And you guys, got those things and then quickly followed the tracks to try to figure out who had stolen the supplies. You were briefly sidetracked to a small cave that seemed to contain 3 very unusual creatures that Wesley was able to identify as Akata. You decided that a TPK would be too early in the first session, and so you went the main route back to try to track down who stole the supplies, only to be met by a ship sailing off, and you were able to make out the small figure of a kobold dancing on the aft castle of that ship. You returned back to the Constellation after, let's see, you took the body of Veed with you and returned to the Constellation, and then from there gave chase to the Thalassus. That's the name of Captain Draco's ship. But unfortunately, you were not able to catch it. And so now you find yourselves in the middle of the sea, heading toward the Hesperus Strait, and perhaps dangerously low on food and other supplies like rum, which is essential. Chris, did you get my message about the stream title?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You know what? I didn't change it, though. Did you happen to change it, Dom?
I don't have access to do that. I don't have OBS set up for it. I'm not logged into the account either.
I got you. Okay.
Love it.
I guess it's too late now.
Well,
We'll fix it in post.
Did you mention that we realized we're out of food before or after we came in contact with the skeletons?
you were not particularly aware that it was a problem, and at this point, you're not you're not out of food. It's just that supplies are low. So it's just going to be maybe a little bit, dicey. And before the end of the session last time, you did hear the captain say something about, finding food through an alternate means. So you assume that he has some kind of plan for that.
Talking about beef.
Would you say rations would be worth their weight in gold?
I'm sorry, did you say people?
That people jerky.
People
People
jerky.
jerky.
Okay.
I mean, rations might become important. It's, you are talking about feeding a whole ship of 100+ people. So, I don't remember exactly. I think one ration is enough to feed one person for a day, right? Or is it a week? I can't remember.
I think.
I believe the ration item that you get is enough food for 1 week, and it has like 7 charges. So I'm pretty sure like one ration item is for a week, but it has like charges on it for each day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, if you have like 10 rations, you could cover 10 people for 1 week, which would be helpful. But you're going to need a lot of those.
So
to
so
cover
is
everybody.
all of
Screw everybody
all
else. I
of
was
the-
worried about me.
so is all the food shortage, or is it just food over water, or water over food, or are they both?
Both. Yeah, both are in short supply.
Did,
But we're going to get into
sorry.
that. But go ahead, Dom. Did you have a question?
Well, did we ever tell the captain about that cove that we saw, or not cove, cave?
I don't think you guys brought it up to
I was
him.
thinking about that too.
Bring it up with the captain.
I think that's a good idea. But before we do that, I do want to cover a couple of things. So let's see. So basically, everybody should be topped up to full health, everything recharged. It's going to be about a day since we left off.
So
You
long
guys
rest.
have, long rest and heal up to full if that doesn't do it for you.
Get your hero points back.
Yeah, everybody start with 1 hero point. That title is supposed to be emotion sickness for motion sickness. Okay.
Emotional sickness.
So yeah, you guys have continued sailing southwest. You know you're heading toward the strait, which is going to open out into the. If you consult with your inner sea map that we're on, it's going to open out into the Arcadian Ocean. For the most part, it's not exactly something that people are talking about right now, that supplies are short. Like the average sailor is not necessarily, they just trust the captain to handle that unless something like comes up that makes things a problem. Like if they have to miss a meal or something, then it's going to be a problem. So far, nobody's had to miss any meals. We're down in the cargo hold. And it's just Wesley for right now. Wesley's down there with Hollister Flatfoot and his assistant Rain. And down in the cargo hold, it's a fairly low-hanging, kind of a claustrophobic area. You're like sort of in the back, so it's a little dimly lit. Most of the light comes down through the center, so you're kind of off. You got the creaking of the ship, the slapping of the waves. All those kind of sounds going on around you. And you're looking at sort of the last little bit of cargo that's left in the ship. And there's not much. And you did just recently take on a merchant vessel just a few weeks ago, from which you captured some goods that are supposedly worthy of sale. But there wasn't really a lot of like food and water that you got from that vessel. So Hollister's back there, and you can see he's making some scratchings on some parchment. He's like, as I tally it, I think we've got about maybe a week and a half of food and water here. Does that match your findings, Wesley, Rain? And Rain's like, yeah, I think that's about right, Cargo Master.
Yes, I concur. Is there any other cargo that we've captured that maybe we can sell, perhaps to get some more until we can get some more, if you know what I mean?
Well, yes. I believe the captain said some of the cargo that we captured from that recent vessel was quite valuable, and I know he's heading for somewhere to sell it now. I don't know where he's planning to go, but hopefully, I would assume it's not far. We can't really make it very far on a week or a week and a half of rations. Not every port is happy to see us, so we do have to be a little picky with where we make port.
Well, and we also need to figure out the best port to sell what cargo we have. What are our options? What do we have?
Well, I'm usually we sell stuff in the Shackles a lot. Sometimes we go north to what is that country called? Nadal? No, Ravenel. Yeah. And Nadal. Yeah, Ravenel and Nadal. It just really depends. I usually leave those decisions up to the captain, but he lets me make suggestions sometimes.
I mean, I'm sure the captain has plenty of experience to know what's selling where.
Yeah, perhaps.
I think maybe next time we make port, we could see if we can get a feel for what's in demand and where.
Yes, perhaps. It's interesting. The captain did ask me not to poke around with the new cargo much. He said to leave it unopened.
Hmm.
It was unusual, I thought, but well, anyways.
I mean, it's not like people of our caliber have secrets or anything.
No, of course not. No, I think it might be a good idea for us to try to ration the food a little bit, but I don't want to. I don't want the sailors to be aware that we're having an issue. I guess. Can you help me try to portion this out?
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, after all, we wouldn't want to mutiny.
Yes.
A word
So-
is banned on the
Okay.
ship.
Yeah, we don't say the M word around here. So,
Well,
guys-
consider me mute on the subject.
okay. You're definitely in need. Oh, no? Mutant in need? All right. I'll see myself out.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of, we sort of fade out there as you guys are, pulling up basically what's going to be the rations that will go up to the cook, and then the cook is going to do something with them, and that's going to be basically lunch. Right now it's before the midday meal. I want to go to now. Maybe we're like on deck somewhere. It's bright. The sunlight is streaming down. You hear the sails flapping in the wind. And Movat, you're on the deck of the ship with your brother Tovum, and you've kind of talked a little bit about what happened, but not really. And this is one of the first opportunities you've really had to kind of sit down quietly with just the two of you. And he's like, "Brother, what happened on that island?"
Yeah, so, I was just being myself now. I was, doing my thing. I was being, fabulous now. And I kind of just, tripped. And, it happens. It happens. It's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Nothing happened. It's good. It's good now.
Is that the truth, Meow?
Of course it is, Meow. Why wouldn't you believe me, Meow?
Because I was standing on the deck of the ship one moment, and then the next moment I felt like I was being blasted backward by some powerful force, and it dropped me to the ground.
I'm not lying. I just
Meow.
fell on the sword and it went in.
And I heard that meowment, by the way.
Nice.
Meowment.
Nice. I think he'll look a little disheveled and like, I'm glad you weren't up in the bird's nest when it happened, Meow. I mean, that would have been real bad, but
That would have been really bad.
yeah.
I'm going to need to ask you to be a little more careful out there, Meow. If I had to bet, I would say you ran straight into some kind of danger, Meow.
I was not the first one off the boat, was I? I don't think I was. I mean, I was fairly restrained, Meow.
You were the
Uh,
last on the boat.
You were.
Balder still has a paw print on his back.
From the leap.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, I'll be more careful, Meow. But I have to be me, Meow.
Now, I got a little sass
Oh
to
my
it.
God.
Now,
Meow.
Yeah.
And so we fade out on Tovum and Novat. And we go. Sorry, was somebody saying something?
Tucker's here.
Tucker's
Oh.
here.
A wild Tucker appeared. Hey, Tuck. Welcome
How's
to the
it
party.
going?
Tucker plays the character Hadron. Hadron? I never can remember.
Hadron.
Hadron Collider.
Hadron.
Mhm.
The large hadron. Let's see. We go to a scene in the sort of on the gun deck. There's a tiny little forge set up that Ragnall Iron Lung uses to do small, metalworking that needs to be done, rings and hooks and all that kind of stuff that a ship needs. Oh, hey, Luke. That a ship needs to operate. And he also occasionally does repairs to weapons and armor as needed. And he's currently sort of like banging away on some metal ring, and Svalder is there in the room with him. And as he's working, kind of quietly, you guys are just sort of sitting in a companionable silence. And eventually he's like, well, you gonna tell me about what happened on the island? Or I guess
honestly,
Ragnall's probably says, well, you're gonna tell me what happened on the island?
it all happened much faster than I thought it would have to see combat with a bunch of the newbies, and 1 second we're just rowing along, and next thing you know, we just see a hail of arrows come through, and one boat just immediately got decimated, and we started rowing faster, got onto shore, and
Heard you
saw
lost a lot of
these-
people.
Yeah, a lot of new people, and I don't think they really deserved that, but they knew what they were signing up for, at least.
It's not an easy life.
Pirate's life for me.
Hey. Well, I'm glad you made it out okay.
Me too. I didn't really want to roll up a new character.
That's interesting.
Listen to you. This is maybe kind of a weird question. You been feeling okay lately?
What do you mean exactly?
I don't know. Like maybe something's off. I've been getting these headaches. I don't know. Maybe it's just the heat of the forge. That's probably nothing. Not a big deal.
Has Falder felt anything like that recently, or?
No, probably not anything that would necessarily stand out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, besides taking a beating by those skeletons, I haven't felt anything odd or out of place being on the boat, at least.
Oh, well, all right. Well, forget I brought it up.
You need to get
Glad
some
those
rest.
skeletons beat you off.
Oh my
What?
god.
I can take over on the forge if you need to walk around for a bit, get some fresh air.
Yeah, I might do that. Thanks, Walter. And we'll fade out on that scene. Sometime later in the day, it's about midday, and actually the cook has just started to disseminate the food. So there's a lot of, all of you guys are now sitting on the deck of the ship, pretty close together, everybody, taking the midday meal, which is just, like some basic rations, essentially. Nothing fancy today. And you're, eating your meal, chatting. Do you think you guys are like in any particular group? Does anybody like sit together on purpose? Sit apart on purpose? Does anybody
Who's in
having
what
any
clique,
conversations?
guys? Like, who's the popular? Who's unpopular?
I mean, there's 7 of you, right? You got to be clicking up, right?
I mean, I'm usually up in the rafters.
We
I'm
cer-
on the in the rigging, so even if I come down for a meal, I'm probably still more comfortable eating it up in the rigging.
Do you maybe come down, grab the food, and then go back up?
Yeah, maybe not up as high as I normally. Only
You just
one
go
level.
like to
So
the first. Yeah.
yeah, so I can still
Okay.
kind of hear the conversation, but
Okay.
I'd probably click it up with any buildy boys. Got any other buildy boys?
Any other carpenters in the house?
Well,
Got me and Ragnall.
Wesley's gonna sit like as close to everybody at the same time. He sits down. It's like, wow, we survived our first adventure. That was really cool. We're a band now. We're a group. That was amazing.
Adrian's gonna be like, he's gonna die first.
I know
No.
how this kind of show goes.
No.
I've seen this
Edwin's
before.
like, it's the same every time. Damn.
What are you talking about? My shirt's not red.
Not a spot of blood.
No,
About
Hay
the
would
week-
probably just go sit by the railing and eat his meals. He wouldn't really care who he's sitting around. He's just gonna go find a nice spot, sit down, and do his due.
That's what a real cool kid would do.
That's right.
Bromir
Let
would
the
probably
people
be
come
with,
to him.
with anyone sitting down, maybe playing a game of cards or something like that. A little
Okay.
bit of gambling here and there.
Just playing
Yeah.
with himself. No big deal.
Just throwing some cards and some
What is
dice.
solitaire?
Yeah, I was like, have you guys ever played solitaire?
Just playing a game of bones, if you know what I mean.
5-finger solitaire. You guys ever do that?
Wow. Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to add on this scene?
I mean, Bosco and Monty would just be like carrying. I mean, Monty doesn't really eat, so it's more just like him carrying a plate for Bosco, and Bosco sitting with like one of the weapons teams, like for the cannons and everything, and they're just like sitting with their cool like jackets on and everything, and they're just like, "Yeah, the guns are looking good today, boys!" Like just
Got your Letterman on.
Gun crew, it says on the back.
Gun crew. Got matching tattoos also that says gun crew on them.
Just a crosshair.
It's just crosshair.
I love balls and barrels.
Wow. Okay.
We're gonna need to see a tattoo. I'm gonna have to make a tattoo now.
Well,
It's gonna
I'm
look
already
amazing.
planning on getting a tattoo. Let's all get
Can we
this
change
tattoo.
the,
Getting the balls and barrels.
There you go.
Balder is probably either if Ragnall's out eating, he's probably sitting with him. If not, probably just kind of sitting wherever.
Okay.
Mostly just kind of playing around with like creating fire or earth, trying to
Yeah.
like work on his
Trying
what's
to-
the word I'm looking for?
Trying to keep his meal warm.
Yeah. Or just trying to hone his skills with being able to manipulate the elements that he has control over.
So yeah, you guys are all doing this on the deck. Hadron, there's one of the other, like, you know, a lot of the crew is capable of doing small carpentry tasks, but another guy that helps out a lot with the master carpenter, his name is Roscoe. He's sitting there eating with you guys, or right next to you, Hadron, wherever you're at. And you know, he's a really friendly, affable, like probably one of the most friendly guys on the ship. He got blonde hair that's kind of windswept. Always has a smile on his face. But today you notice that he's looking a little bit off, and he's just kind of quietly eating his food, and then he sort of stands up next to you and just like drops it on the deck. No, that's not right. No. No. They're stealing it? They're stealing the food? Who's stealing the food? And he starts like kind of pacing back and forth on the deck. Who's no. And eventually he comes over to where you're sitting, Wesley. He's stealing the food? He's using his ties with the cargo master to steal the food. There's no food on the ship because he's stolen it. And then he like rears back and he looks like he's about to deck you. And you can see in his eyes, like he's just has this almost kind of blank look, like his words are really animated, but his eyes are just sort of unfocused and just looking straight ahead in a very unusual way. What does anybody do anything as he like comes up and starts to get aggressive with Wesley?
Is he in such a place that I could easily fall on him?
You're close-ish. You might be able to. He's kind of like further forward from the mast a little bit, but you might be able to make that jump.
Would this be anywhere like me sitting next to the railing looking out while I'm eating? Would I be anywhere near it, or?
Yeah, you would be kind of close. I'd say maybe within 10 or 15 feet.
Well, then I'll probably just go walk up and kind of put a hand on his shoulder and shake my head no. throw some fists up, and then point to both of them and just keep going no.
Okay. As you you walk up and put your hand on his shoulder, and he like turns to look at you really fast, and you see that like his eyes don't actually meet your eyes. They just kind of are sort of unfocused, but his face turns towards you.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're in on it too? Are you in on it too?" And you can see, and he like shoves you back.
Yeah, as soon as I see him get shoved, I probably will pounce. Meow.
Yes, Calder will stand up.
Is this something that I would notice is like not normal? Like, is this just normal ruckus?
It's very out
something
of character.
while I'm playing dice with everyone else.
Okay.
It's very unusual for him. Like he's usually really nice, and like he's probably one of the most liked people on the ship because he's always upbeat and friendly.
So it would like probably catch a corner of my eye
Yeah.
or something like that. Something's going on.
And yeah, and there's other sailors around too, and they're all kind of like, "What the fuck is up with Roscoe right now?" You know, but it's all happening very fast, so nobody's really had much time to react other than, "Hey."
I'll probably just get up and try and grapple him.
As soon as everybody starts moving, Wesley's going to cast Sanctuary on himself.
Okay. Let's go ahead and just roll. Let's do this. Activate, and we're not necessarily going to be in combat per se, but let's go ahead and roll an initiative just to see, who's going to act in what order, basically. So go ahead and add yourself to the combat tracker. I've created an encounter now.
Since I was about to pounce on him, can I use acrobatics for my...
Where is he located?
Sure.
Oh,
So
there
this
he
is
is.
Roscoe right here.
Oh, okay.
Right there?
No, this right here.
Oh, I see it up there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Roscoe rolled rocks.
Same. But in a bad way.
Oh, no.
Bad rocks, not good rock.
Man, I cannot roll initiative.
Bad rocks.
Okay. Is everybody in there?
I just need. Do I have Monty? Let me just put him
Oh, yeah.
next to me.
I guess, let's see. Do I not have Monty in our player?
He's not in the party folder. He's in the other folder.
Oh, okay. Let's get him
That's
in
all.
the. There we go.
Yeah. But he's a companion, so he's on my turn. So I don't need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Roscoe, after he's just shoved Hay back, and now he kind of like turns his attention back to Wesley, who's right next to him, and he's going to try and punch you. And again, he's like got this weird unfocused look, even though his words are very, like sound very focused.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do. Oh my God.
You just killed me.
Well.
And you're
Critical,
dead.
Wow.
Your AC is 14.
Oh,
my
he
God.
might be dead.
Ouch. That's a big punch.
I am. I'm.
This
He
is
just knocked you unconscious.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Your AC is.
his name is Wesley. He's got a
That
red shirt on.
doesn't sound right.
So with a single
Are
blow,
you
he just
encumbered or anything on your sheet?
Oh, I didn't
I
update
mean, we are
my.
level 1, so
yeah, I think Chakrista's
no.
AC just like
Oh, it does because I. Wisdom.
Mine's
What's
a
that?
16, so I mean, I figured it
Yeah.
should be at least
Shit,
that. Lower.
sanctuary.
I didn't put it. I did not put any in.
he must have taken a low dex.
no armor or anything.
I did not. Yeah.
Well, did,
No, I've
did
got
you get
armor.
Sanctuary, and he passed the wills.
Oh yeah, well you said you
Well-
were casting Sanctuary, but yeah, I think I
You,
was gonna
that's
do
when
that
you
in
called.
initiative.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
So yeah, it's
I'm
like you
gonna add
kind
that
of
spell
go up
back.
to start doing the casting motions, and he just clocks you right in the face,
Follow up. Right.
and you go
Joy out.
unconscious.
I just see like the Looney Tunes birds go.
Okay.
At least
And-
you're not dying because it was non-lethal.
Yeah, that's true. You do just go down to 0.
And I guess that it begs the question: are we going to do like dying the way we've been doing it?
Yeah,
That's
we're not
theoretically
doing that dumb
wrong.
crap.
Okay.
Not the hyper lethal remaster.
And more complicated. Let's not get into it. But anyways, he's going to step up to He, which Movat I've got right here, but he's actually going to be, he's actually like up in the rigging right now. We'll say maybe somewhere right there. So he's going to step over to He and try to do the same to him with just a little bit of hot map. Ooh, and He is able to just kind of like duck to the side. Maybe it's just that unfocused gaze is like you're able to get right out from under it. And that's going to be the end of Roscoe's turn. So that's going to bring us to He, in fact.
Okay, so I have Iron Fist. Is that like I can toggle on lethal, non-lethal kind of thing? Or are they always considered lethal and I have to take the negative?
I think
to
you can
use non-
pick.
I think you can generally choose.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just allows you to make lethal attacks without taking the minus.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then I think I will.
That actually may be incorrect because it says your fist unarmed attacks no
Right.
longer have the non-lethal trait.
Yeah.
Oh, so I would actually have to take a little.
You take a minus
Extra.
2 to make a non-lethal attack, yeah.
But I mean, you know, like, it'll probably be okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Until he died.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, there's a medic somewhere around
I'm going to
here.
be a little.
No, the
upset that
medic's
I was
unconscious.
punished, and even more upset
another
that
medic.
he just straight knocked out one of the crew members for something
do-
so
You
inconsequential.
do know Roscoe to be just an awesome dude. You love Roscoe
Yeah.
as much
okay.
as you love anybody.
He's a brosco.
Yeah.
Bishop Roscoe.
But I mean, it is certainly fair that, like, you know, even somebody that you like, if they do this, you're going to be like, you know, not happy about it.
Especially to your bro that you survived
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, your band of
one
bros,
time.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody punches out one of the away team unless it's me.
So I will
The
go
away
ahead
team.
and rage, being quite
Okay.
upset.
I like it.
Did that work? Am I raging?
Click the apply effect on that, and that should give it
Oh,
to you
that's right. Where are it?
in
There we
the
are.
chat. Yeah.
And then how do I add the -2 to do a non-lethal?
If when you go make the strike, there's an option to just add a penalty. It's a -2 circumstance
Gotcha.
penalty.
All right. Circumstance -2. What'd you like? All right, and I will roll for the first little punch.
Oh, nice. Ooh, critical hit back, even
Yeah.
with a penalty.
Yeah.
All right, and then I guess I'm rolling damage.
Critical damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, you need to click the critical button there.
Yeah. It should be
Oh.
higher.
But you
Where
should
is-
keep that 8.
Right? Where is the critical? I
Like
see-
right next
oh,
to the
double.
damage, there's a
Yeah.
critical.
I see damage and it just
You
rolls.
see where you rolled strike fist? You don't see critical right next to damage.
Should be there.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I do see critical. Okay. Which was a seven.
That was close. 7. You know, not yeah. It was close.
If I had 2 more to that, we'll
26.
be even.
Non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal.
Punched his
Boom.
own chest out.
Dead. No, he's not dead. You do this. You give him the Wesley treatment, and you just straight knock him out with one clean stroke. It looked like, I mean, it was almost like when you hit him, he had a glass jaw. Like for whatever reason, maybe something to do with whatever is going on with him. It didn't take much, basically, to knock him out. But
Well, I'm gonna turn around and start looking at everybody and be like, "What's going on?" Not actually saying that, but just looking super confused and a little agitated and mad.
yeah, and as I mean, we probably don't need the the initiative right now, just because that was a that was a quick combat. Great job, everybody! Our fastest combat ever.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! But yeah, as he goes down and everybody's kind of sort of catching up with what's going on, the other sailors are like starting to get up and they're like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? And eventually a voice is like coming from the aft of the ship heading your direction with a louder, sort of commanding tone, like, what's this all about now? What's this all about now? And as he gets closer, you recognize the swarthy form of the quartermaster on the ship, Mr. Snuts, who's in charge of discipline.
What was his name again?
Mr. Snuts.
Okay, that's one of the
Yeah.
That's what I thought I heard. Yeah.
That's on his name tag as he walks up.
I'm gonna point to Roscoe. I'm gonna make a fist, and then I'm gonna point to
Wesley.
Wesley.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make a shoving motion and point to me, and then I'm gonna make another fist and I'm gonna point to him.
And he's
And then I'm gonna like throw my hands up, be like slightly angry and like, what's going on?
Can I get some rope and tie that boy up?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you could grab some rope. I think as you do so, Mr. Snuts is kind of like, hold on there. Hold on now. Let's just figure out what happened here. If I'm understanding him correctly, there was a cat that came on board this ship somehow and it scratched you and you got a fever.
Oh no.
That
No,
most
that's not it.
certainly did not do that, meow.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna make my motions a little bit slower so he can understand.
Well, as you start doing that, he turns to Bromir and he's like, Bromir, what happened? Tell me what happened.
I walk over and I pick what's his name up off the deck by his shirt collar and say, this man right here, Bromir, or not Bromir, I'm sorry, Roscoe, he out of nowhere started talking odd and assailed, and I point to Wesley on the ground. And
On the deck, Wesley.
Accusing him in a wild shite.
Then I mentioned over to over here, took control of the situation and knocked him out unconscious before he could do any more harm to any other crew.
You said he was acting how now? Brown cat?
Very strange. It was
Yeah.
not himself.
What does that mean?
I just look at
And he
Wesley
kinda,
and
starts
say,
looking
"Case in
on-
point."
I wasn't with him at the time. I just seen him act strangely. I was rolling dice with the crew, and then I seen him just start acting odd and assailing the crew.
Did he seem to? Maybe he's got the seasickness.
Maybe Wesley might know
He
what he
seemed
said.
not like himself.
I guess
but-
Wesley's still unconscious, so
One of the sailors in the background is like, he said Wesley stole our food.
That son of a bitch.
Is there something wrong with the food? The quartermaster's like, hey, everybody just calm down. All right. There's no reason to get upset. My accent is all over the place depending on what I'm trying to say. Okay.
from a pirate town called New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's right.
You got complaints about the food, you gotta file them in the back.
I'm from Hoboken over here.
We're not pointing fingers right now. Everybody just settle down. We'll get to the bottom of this. Bromir, if you could take the unconscious man into custody. Somebody see to Wesley. My God, Wesley.
Thank God,
Blood
Wesley.
everywhere.
That's a hell of a nosebleed.
Poor Wesley just stands up.
Um,
One
can I
punch
like,
less.
I don't know.
Your
if
shirt's
my
red
mouth-
now, Wes.
You have a punchable face.
So
I ain't no
Bromir,
Nazi.
Bromir, you're aware that there is a brig on the ship. It's just basically there's like two small metal cages. It's not much at
Gotcha.
all. One deck below on the gun deck, or no, I guess it'd be in the cargo deck. maybe. Anyways,
I pick him up and put him on my shoulder, and I walk him down.
okay. So you take him down. What else are you guys doing on the deck? Who's gonna rouse Wesley? Anybody? Or are you just gonna let him wake up on his own?
I'll drop down and do a
Imagine how
medicine
the
check
funny
on him.
is like I was sitting there and then I got yelled at and then I woke up.
I just saw Sky.
It's always the optimistic ones, man.
That's right. You said he was gonna be the first to go, and you were right.
If I manifest my earth element, could I manifest smelling salts?
I don't think.
Interesting.
I don't think so.
Pepper salts.
Are you able
There's
to?
enough salt in the ocean.
Yeah. Can you manifest sulfur or something?
It's just any. I guess it's. Let me double check. Probably
Maybe I
not though.
All right. B
Maybe I
roll.
should.
Yeah, with a 19, you're able to resuscitate Wesley. You just kind of, slap him around a little bit, and you can go ahead and roll your healing for him too.
I guess I got the wrong healing.
It's going to be 2d8, so you can just roll 2d8. I think, right? That's treat wounds.
That's the text on generate, by the way.
An ordinary, non-magical piece of the chosen element from its elemental plane. Huh. I'm going to say no to sulfur because I feel like that would just get out of hand very quickly.
That's fine.
So
I got
Wesley-
gunpowder from the gunpowder plane.
Yeah, turns out saltpeter is Earth. What do you know? So yeah, Wesley, you come to, and like the last thing you remember is just like out of the blue, you're eating your food, nothing going on, and then Roscoe of all people.
I'm fine, Mother. I'm just packing my satchel.
Why did I go to school today?
Just decks you out of your senses.
God.
Claiming something about you stealing supplies.
Okay.
What do you do as you wake up?
First, I sit up,
Mm.
and then I slowly stand up. And
Friday, you
I-
just got knocked the fuck out.
right,
Now you just got meowed the fuck out now.
Meowed.
kind of look around to gauge everybody's expressions.
Mhm.
Try to read the crowd a little bit, if you will.
I'm a little mad, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most of your allies are kind of, either concerned or helping out or whatever. The sailors behind are, most of them are just kind of confused, it looks like. But you do see a few people like in the background who are kind of giving you maybe questioning looks or maybe even dirty looks.
I don't know
For some-
what's gotten into them.
For some sailor types, your kind of folk is just not their favorite,
Right.
Now
And it's
how?
those kinds of, you it's only 100 people on here, like you recognize all of them, and some of them you're like, yeah, they would be the people who would,
Now,
find
Wesley,
the-
I mean, I got the same amount of rations that everybody else got. Why? No.
And quartermaster.
I may be a
Scott's still on
pirate,
the
but I'm
scene.
not a thief.
He's still on the scene, and he's like, "Of course, that's right. We're not animals here. You're doing
mouth
fine,
yourself
Wesley.
now.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Everybody, just break up. Get back to your meals. Get back to your jobs. These sails need to be fixed. That carpentry needs to be done. Somebody do a saw thing on this. Let's go." And he just like starts, sort of forcibly like pushing some people who aren't starting to move and breaks it up.
As they go about, start going off to their jobs, cast prestidigitation to clean all the blood off of myself and make sure everything's freshened up. And
one of the guys who's walking away, like as you cast that and you clean up, like he gives you this just vile look, like, oh yeah, you would do that. That would be your first response. As a sailor, his name is Clopas. And
he just made the list.
You've never
He's a
really
muggle.
talked to him, at all. Like you know his name just because you know most of people's names, but he's a nasty character.
Mhm.
Okay,
Parents must
down
not have
in
loved him enough to name
Bet he's a
him Clopas.
muggle.
Clopas,
Let's,
right? Who named
now-
somebody that?
Clopas,
Now
but no cigar.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Better-
I bet
You
he
better
has a
learn how to
tattoo
sleep
on
with one
himself
eye open
that's
there, matey.
Magnum Clopas.
Nice.
Oh god.
That was your magnum clopus of jokes. Gribbs, I think you were saying something.
I was just going to say, since he's just unconscious because it was non-lethal, would I be able to wake Roscoe up with possibly water or something like that, pouring water in his face?
Yeah, sure.
Open hand.
You want to wait until you want to get him in the brig?
Yeah,
first
I'm
and
going to
then
put him
wake
through
up.
and then
Okay.
close the gate and then see if I can
Yeah.
wake him up with that.
So you get him locked up, and you splash some water in his face, maybe kind of tickle his toes or something, and he
That's what I would
eventually
do.
does wake up, and he's like, oh my head, oh my god.
You want to
Oof.
speak for yourself? You have the night to sit in here for what you've done.
And the cell isn't even really big enough for him to like lay down in. It's just a fairly small thing. So he's sort of just kind of leaned up against the wall where you would have set him, and he's like, I don't what did I do? What did I? Oh my hand! Oh my god, my hand! What happened?
Well, you clocked Wesley. He's laying on the bridge of the deck right now, as far as I know.
Wesley? That little guy? Oh man,
Pretty
Little-
far off.
I love Wesley. Is he okay?
To be honest, I've not seen something happen like that in a long time on this ship.
Oh shit. Oh man, I'm gonna have to find some
He might
rum
be
or something.
cross-eyed for the rest of his life.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh Wesley. I'm Bromir, you gotta believe
what-
me. I had no idea. I don't
What?
remember anything.
What came over you?
I was eating my lunch, and then I remember it was just really hot outside, hotter than normal, and
Yes, I was
And,
there.
I had a little bit of a headache, I guess, and then I don't remember anything after that. I woke up in here.
Unfortunately, your actions prove otherwise. You still, whether or not you remember it, punched Wesley, knocked him out.
Well,
So you're gonna have to spend at least a night here.
I'll do whatever I need to make amends. I will. And by about this time, Quartermaster Snuts is making his way down to the brig as well, and and
Is his first name Deez?
no,
No, it's not D's.
It's quartermasters.
It goes.
Quartermaster Snuts.
He's colloquially known as Mr. Snuts.
yeah, he doesn't like for people to use his first name, which is D.
And,
Not
yeah,
D.
he was named after his mom, Debbie.
But yeah, Mr. Snuts does make his way down to the brig, and he's like, he kind of pulls you aside, and he's like, "What did he tell you so far?"
Well, he told me he doesn't remember anything. He told me that he had a headache and it was hot.
Hmm.
And he
Doesn't-
thinks that somebody has been messing with the food.
Somebody's been messing with the food. You said.
Get him confused.
Hmm.
I don't know.
It's interesting. Well, we'll keep
As
him
I
in
know,
there.
the food has been normal.
Keep him in there overnight. See how he feels after that. Chris,
We'll do
Could
that.
yeah. Once everything's settled down, I'd like to go ahead and make my way to the brig.
okay. So yeah, you come down just maybe a couple minutes after Mr. Snuts does, and you see Mr. Snuts and Bromir conferring, and you see Roscoe kind of in the background. He's just sort of got his head down, just sitting in the brig. Not a lot of room to move around in there.
I'd ask Mr. Snuts, has anyone else been acting strange? Because I have not been since I was on that away party, I don't know what has been going on.
No, nothing. I mean, we get some strange sailors on this ship, but nothing like this. That's different.
Yeah.
We definitely can't have this kind of disorder on the ship, though. The captain likes to run a tight crew. So I'm going to leave Roscoe in here for at least a day, maybe a little bit more, just to show the others that we're not going to tolerate this kind of behavior. No permanent damage was done. And about this time, like, Wesley's kind of coming down. So he sort of turns and he's like, "Are you all right, Wesley? Any permanent damage?"
No, Susan, I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, no, sir, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, I thought I heard something else, but all right.
His lip is like actively swelling up still. He's like, "Yes, sir, I'm very fine."
I just give him a
Very
double
fine.
take.
I can't pay my path. And as soon as he hears your voice, Roscoe in the background's like, "I'm so sorry, Wesley. I didn't mean anything. I don't even know what happened." But he's kind of like distant.
Well, Quartermaster, if I may, with your permission, I have some talents that may help us to find out what actually happened.
You stole all the talents? Where'd the money go?
What kind of talents are you going to use?
Well, I've got a spell that I can cast, and it'll allow me to probe his thoughts, if you will. It's kind of hard to explain.
Is Decius okay with you using those kinds of magics on the ship?
Well, I mean, if we need to go ask him, I'd be more than happy to.
So you're gonna go ask him if you can probe as nuts? Is that?
No, I'm not probing snuts.
No.
Nope. Nope.
I mean,
Meow.
he's like, well, if he hadn't said you can't, then it's probably fine. Sure, go ahead and give it a shot.
And I look at Roscoe. Unfortunately, this may hurt just a little bit.
Oh,
It's not exact, but I promise whatever we discover afterwards, I will make sure to repair that damage.
Okay.
What you did was not like you, and I'm concerned that you're under some kind of influence. And so I would like to...
I didn't drink anything today.
Not that kind of influence.
Oh, okay.
The magical sort.
Oh,
And that's...
okay.
It won't kill you. I mean...
Okay.
Shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
gets
here
worse and worse.
in case anything happens.
Okay,
A
thanks,
strong
Bromir.
70% chance.
Listen, Wesley, I'm really sorry. You don't have to.
I trust you, and I only want to get to the bottom of this so that nobody else is put in this position again.
I see.
No hard
Okay.
feelings. No hard feelings. You said that you don't remember doing it, and I trust you.
Okay.
Nobody
All right,
has
well,
anything bad to say about you, and if there was a way for me to do this without causing you some discomfort, I would, but unfortunately...
Okay, well, all right. I guess go ahead then.
And cast
Probe
brain
the
burn.
target's mind. Glean knowledge. 1d8 mental damage with the basic will save. He could critically fail this save and die. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, we do have one other NPC.
Die or go unconscious.
Yeah, I don't think he could die from it. Maybe.
Get you brain
I mean,
drained,
he already does have
non-related.
headaches, so this would just be a worse headache.
He
There you
doesn't
go.
have a whole lot of hit points right now.
No doubt.
Yeah, he never got healed. He's just
Good point. Yep.
Let's see. He's going to attempt this will
Oh, I
save.
can't wait. This is so exciting.
Oh, he passed the will save. So close.
All right.
So it says, so it's a basic will save. So you do still need to roll the damage, a d8. And if the target fails the save, you
So-
sort through the stolen memories.
So I can't do anything since he saved.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just takes half of.
Takes
Three
3 damage. Falls unconscious again.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem to be like, otherwise injured. You
Okay.
can, I mean, this is a focus
Like-
spell, so theoretically you can keep trying. But there may be some
I do need to
ethical
interject real
concerns.
quick though, since I am observing. How
Uh-huh.
did he fall unconscious?
He would have just slumped. He just kind of like,
So he didn't. It wasn't in pain or anything, or I just noticed him pass out.
well, that's a good question. I
It's
think
mental damage.
Wesley, what
just
does
seem
your
just like
spell look
Jaw
like?
goes slack. He starts drooling and just like.
I would imagine there would be almost like a tendril, like an ephemeral tendril
Mm,
going from my head to his,
yeah,
and almost like maybe boring
Yeah,
into
just kinda
his
like
forehead.
reaches out.
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
and
that
then
seems nice.
yeah. And so you see that like kind of go into his head, and then maybe Roscoe's kind of like, oh, and then falls unconscious. It's not like a excruciating like, ah. It's just kind of like, oh,
I look at Mr. Snuts and I go, "What?
And Snuts is like, is he dead? Did you kill him?
and I don't even answer. I just start casting the heal.
Okay. So Roscoe like wakes back up with 12 HP or 10. And he's like, whoa, what happened? Again. Wow. This is
Roscoe.
this is not great.
Hit him again,
God.
Wesley. Just one
Having
more
a
time.
day."
Hit him again.
Yeah, do you
Do
want
a
to
crit.
either rest and refocus and do it again, or
I mean,
or
I've
do it
got-
again if you
I've
have
got-
multiple.
I've got 2 focus points,
We're having fun.
and
Having fun.
but because
Roscoe's not.
it is my focus point, I do go into my minor curse.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to take a second to talk about oracles and
So
curses?
is a minor curse just kind of like damn, or
No,
Um,
it's like, damn.
damn.
gosh darn it!
Oh heck.
It's more like, damn.
Now,
Shoot, dang, brother.
now our viewers know why we call ourselves the Pungeon Masters.
That's right.
Yep.
If it wasn't-
Now my minor curse only gives me a -4 penalty to initiative.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's all.
You sure are taking the initiative in this situation. Go ahead and.
Okay.
Oh, I guess you're casting
So-
it again, so I just need to save again, right?
So, well, all right. Now that he's back up and he's probably more alert than he was prior.
Yeah.
You slap him first. Psh.
Roscoe, you're stronger willed than I thought. I underestimated you.
It was probably just the alcohol.
It just collapsed in
be.
front of you.
And I don't know
You
if
weren't under the influence today.
You're not down there.
perhaps if you could not resist so strongly.
I could try.
And I just want to get to the bottom of this. That's all. I promise I'm not doing this for any kind of retribution.
Oh,
You're gonna feel a little pinch.
Just
I will have to say, Wesley, if you make him go unconscious again, I will have to hold you overnight.
I'm legally obligated.
an eye for an eye is fine, but if you do it twice, come on.
he's willing.
Um,
As long as he's willing.
yeah.
If he says no,
Give me a
then
diplomacy check, Wesley, to try and convince him to like try to let you in.
Got this.
Wow. Okay. I'll call that a critical success.
Yeah.
And so he will. I'm not gonna let him do it automatically, but I'll give him a -4 circumstance
Okay.
penalty
Ooh,
to his will
circum.
save, because he's gonna just like actively try to let it happen. So, is this gonna do? Okay, here we go. Yeah. -4 circ. Oh my god!
I get
Give
it.
it With that damage.
It could have been worse.
Okay, so he's just gonna go to 0.
Didn't you
'Cause
just
it's-
get healed for 12?
Double damage. Well,
He's
his
only
max
got
is
10.
Oh, I gotcha.
But yeah, he does. The little tendril comes out again and goes into his forehead, and he slumps back down again.
I look at
Bromir's
Mr.
like,
Snuts.
believe it or not, straight to jail.
You landed on that space on Monopoly, man. What can I say?
So it says, if the target fails the save, you sort through the stolen memories to attempt a single check to recall knowledge. Choose a skill that has recall knowledge and use the target skill modifier. You may recall knowledge on topics you may be unfamiliar with, but the target is, such as their past or their connections, subject to GM approval. Okay.
That's
So-
a really cool spell, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
pretty interesting.
Why don't you do a, I guess, do a society check, and you use their bonus, right? Or you choose a skill. You can choose if you want.
I was probably
I'm
going
just-
to go with society, I think.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming he's not going to have like arcana or anything like that, or occultism.
Hmm. Yeah, his skill modifier for society would be like plus 5.
So
Poor
I'll
Roscoe died
do
twice
a
that day.
-1.
What was that for Erasmus Gate?
Nice,
Wow.
dude.
Wow.
Okay.
What's the circ penalty for?
That's just to get his bonus the same as
Oh.
Roscoe's.
Yeah.
I see. That makes
So you sort of remember, you're able to recall the event, like you tap into his like underlying part of his brain, the subconscious, where there's like some lingering memories of what actually happened.
Just suppressed, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like just not even really available to his conscious mind, it
Mhm.
seems. And you can't really, you've never, anytime you've done brain drain in the past, you've never seen memories like this. They're like really scrambled. They don't even really make a lot of sense. You can kind of see like maybe some images and some sounds, but they're all like, even in this underlying subconscious state, they're all have like scrambled up. The sounds are all weird. Sometimes it'll be like inverted, high pitch, low pitch, slow, fast. And the images are all just kind of like flickery and like you can barely even make out that you're on the deck of the ship through this memory, basically. I'd say you can't really. There's definitely something almost kind of maybe like not necessarily magical, but maybe more psychic related, which is still kind of magical, but just on that side of the fence. And I'd say that's about all you're able to get from it.
Okay. Well, immediately, as soon as I'm done processing all of that, I will cast heal on him one more time.
Okay, you're gonna need to make a flat 5 check because Boromir is grappling you, I'm sure.
I mean,
okay, so
with the permission from Mr. Snuts, of course.
you heal him back up, and Mr. Snuts kind of like He waves you back for a second, Bromir, like he wants to
Yeah.
hear what Wesley has to say. And he's
I
like,
do.
"But
I like
did you learn anything, Wesley? Now that you've tortured this poor man?" Roscoe's like,
I wouldn't have. I mean, he's probably feeling as well as he ever had.
"Feel great."
Yeah, it's. I mean, I could see through almost. I could see his memories of the event, but they were jumbled. They were topsy turvy. almost like when you have those dreams that you can't make sense of, and
Yeah, I had
dreaming
one
right
like
now.
that just the other night, and it was like I was chasing this kitten, but it kept running away with an orange, and I was like, "What is the orange?" Oh, sorry, I didn't. Go ahead.
was somebody trying to steal your kitten in the dream?
You know,
Was a cat trying to steal
Maybe.
your orange?
Truly, the orange was the cat, but the cat was
Or-
someone else in disguise.
yeah. Wait,
Was
you're
the
not
orange
there.
the sunset, and the cat was
Calder, keep your
trying
voice
to steal
down.
the day?
I know. I know for appearances that we need to keep him locked up for the night. And it may be safer just to make sure that he doesn't relapse, but I don't think he's guilty. I don't think this is something that he did willingly.
He's not an addict.
Right.
There's
We'll
there-
here.
we'll take that under advisement, Wesley. We
I am-
appreciate your help.
and I detected some kind of psychic influence, maybe, but that's I can't discern its origin.
What, like a hotline or something?
Yeah, you know those 1-900 numbers where they read the stars.
Is that what they do now?
What?
I thought the 900. Anyways,
Yeah.
we
Oh wait, no,
appreciate
my
your
bad.
help.
I'm not a Cosmos Oracle.
Wesley, thank you.
Mr. Snuts, perhaps we should keep this on the down low as to not rouse the crowd or rouse the crew.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Bromir. Let's keep this one close to the vest for now. Wesley, if you don't mind.
Should we? I mean, we should at least inform the captain, right?
Yes. Yes. I'll bring word to the captain and Decius, and I'll let them talk to Roscoe when they get some free time. All right. Well, I guess that's all we can do here for now. But we'll keep a close eye on this one, and other than that, be about your business. I know you've got work to do and different things like
Okay.
that.
Would you like to know for future reference my major curse?
What is your major curse?
So on top of a -4 penalty to initiative, the actual text is: the flow of information through your mind grows. The attention you divert to process this huge influx of information means you're always flat-footed, or whatever the new
Off
one.
guard.
Off guard. At the start of each of your turns, you automatically make one check to recall knowledge as a free action.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This uses a skill of your choice that has the recall knowledge action, using a result equal to 10 plus your proficiency bonus in that skill.
So do you would you be at major now for
Yeah.
using that twice?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, all I have to do is take 10 minutes to refocus, and it'll bring me back down to minor.
So yeah, as you walk out of the room, you have like you guys seen that movie Limitless? You know, with Bradley Cooper.
I love
Or-
that movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. But basically, the gist of it is that, like, as you're walking out of the room, your mind is like picking up all these details of like that box was constructed in this way using this technique, and that came from this shipping warehouse, and like you're just remembering all these little details.
There are
that
actual algebraic equations,
Yeah.
trigonomic.
yeah.
Just
So it's like it's just a
It's
little
the meme.
oversensitive right now,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So yeah, and we fade out on that scene. unless you had anything else you wanted to say, Bromir.
I mean, it would just be like if I was dismissed, basically, from Mr.
Okay.
Schnuts, or if he wanted me to stay there or what.
Yeah, I think he'd be like, I'll take it from here. You don't have to. You can get back to your regular duties, Boromir.
I'll get back to my dice.
Yeah. These dice won't roll themselves. Gotta touch my bones. Okay, so we fade out on that scene, and we kind of like zoom out to the constellation cutting through the waters as the sun is now starting to set over the horizon, and your journey continues. I'd say let's take a quick 5-minute break for bio and drinks and stuff, and we'll get back to it.
All right.
We'll see y'all then.
Yep. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Will, how you doing?
Just about to nod off there. Thanks for that.
Yep, you look like you're getting a little sleepy.
Just a little bit.
Test. Been doing anything new in the Minecraft world?
Have not touched it. I
No.
spent a bunch of time building a family server and getting that up and going, and then I didn't even want to touch it after I got done.
I hear you, man.
So maybe to kind of modify what the brain drain looks like, I think it's going to be more like, again, it's still ephemeral, almost like a tentacle with a suction cup, like on the very end. And then when it hits the target, it just kind of goes, and you just see like little bulbs like sucking through down the tendril into between the brains.
Could you describe that again, but louder, just in case?
Maybe you can use the golf ball. That helps me visualize bulb better.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back to Starcrossed Horizon. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Did you get something good to drink?
Some good old dead guy ale.
Little ale.
Yeah.
I thought about picking up some beer, but then I was like, that's a bad idea. So I didn't.
Making smart decisions, huh?
But I got a glass of red wine,
Yeah.
heavy pour.
He goes, I don't want that leak stuff.
You like
Yeah.
the chilled wine or the warm wine, hot wine?
The red here is at room temperature. I believe the preferred temperature is like 60 degrees, but
Like chill, lukewarm.
I don't know. Luke could tell us more about that.
I that's obvious.
It's Luke cold.
Luke cold, not lukewarm.
Easy jokes.
Easy jokes.
I didn't take you as much of a wine guy. I always thought you were like a beer and ale kind of guy. I guess you just whatever.
I like a little bit of everything. I mostly I prefer beer to wine, but we don't have beer and we do have wine. So tonight I'm a wine guy.
Beggars cannot be choosers.
That's right. And
It's
I
a
went to
time in my
Napa
life
Valley
where
one time, so
I
basically
do, yeah.
my main.
You did do that, yeah. It's your thing now.
Yeah. I'm totally a wine snob now. That's why I'm drinking. What is this? Oh crap! Apothic Pinot Noir. That's what the.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
I love those type of films.
Yeah.
I'm
Pinot
not
Noir
really
style
scared
is
from
one of my
it.
favorite styles of film. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for him to get all like, it's only the classiest vintage of 2023 Franzia.
Yes,
Right.
pinkies out, boys.
Yes.
This is a red blend from a variety of locales. We don't know exactly where.
They're not
Around.
leftovers. They're the
Around.
good cut.
That's right.
Local vineyards.
Yeah. All right. Are you guys ready to get back into it?
Hell yeah.
Kristen
Hail.
here?
Yeah. You mean Tucker? Sure.
Or Tucker even.
Rip. Tucker? I can't see you. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Oh, hey, it's Tuck.
Yeah.
All right. So we fade out on that situation, and the Constellation continues traveling west. You make it through. Let's go ahead and take it back to the inner sea region.
You say we were
And-
sailing northward?
Westward. So
Westward.
you make it through the Hespereth Strait. This strait is controlled mostly by Cheliax. And so, as you sail, like you're occasionally, there's just not a lot of pickings here. You can't really, there's this heavy, like Chelish Navy ships are all over the place. And it's just not a great time to really engage in piracy.
I'm assuming at least like 24 hours have passed.
Yeah, about 24 hours at this point. But we're gonna roll that clock unless anybody has anything they want to do on board the ship during
You
this
wouldn't
time.
happen to have a boat icon, would you? You can plop down in here.
Oh, can you guys not see this?
No, what? See what?
If
Do you
you're
have a
talking
boat
about
icon?
that bow that you have hidden on the other ladder.
Is it hidden? That should be
I don't
visible.
know. I see us.
I see
All of our
us.
tokens.
Yeah, you need to zoom out there. You're looking at Absalom. The constellation is currently west of Absalom, far to the west, at the Hespereth Strait.
No.
Oh, I see it now. Way over there. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a small boat. Okay, cool. So you do have a little boat icon.
yeah. That's
Oh,
not a
it's a boat
small
time.
boat. These tiles are 500 miles. Or no, sorry, 50 miles. Excuse me.
I was going to say, good.
The tiles are 50 miles. So this should be roughly to scale. So, that's.
So the
I
ship
think,
is 50 miles long.
It is. It's true. Yes. It takes a long
Huge
time
boat.
for it to turn. Like a long time.
It's like the Spaceballs intro, or the ship just.
It just keeps going. and the music kind of dies down and then picks back up again.
I mean, if you think about it, this is kind of like Spaceballs. We're on a
Yeah.
long ship full of assholes, or me anyway.
There you go. So you guys are continuing, now that you have gotten out of the strait, the ship sort of continues northward for several more days. And all the while, like, Movat, you have been made aware by the captain that, like, we are on the lookout for targets. So you and the other guys who hang out in the crow's nest are, you have an idea of what kind of makes a viable target. So far not much has happened, but you've really just kind of gotten to the point where the waters aren't crawling with Navy ships, and you can kind of feel pretty safe to do whatever you want to. If you could go ahead and give me a perception check, B. Will.
Let's open up.
So for time frame, it's been a couple days since that altercation, and now a few days further. So we're now coming up on
Maybe like
estimate of-
probably 4 or 5 days. Yeah.
Okay, so still within that week and a half of rations.
Half a 10 day.
Half a 10 day. Yeah.
And Roscoe hasn't shown any other problems.
No, yeah, he's seems to be totally fine now. No other symptoms. I would say probably, on the second or third day would be when the quartermaster would be like, all right, we're going to let you out. Nobody else has, had any problems. Everybody's acting normal. Everything seems to be fine. Other than the fact that, like, as the days go on, Hollister and the cook Galassa have been in discussions of, like, how can we kind of like slow down the food a little bit and not make it look or feel like it's slowing down. The rest of you guys may not necessarily even be aware that that's going on unless Wesley decides to share it with you. And it sounds like he's kind of keeping it to himself.
Yeah.
The meals have been kind of like a little bit different, a little unusual, and it'll just be like with a little bit of sides in there, just kind of
Some
doing anything you can to make it-
sawdust,
yeah,
Now
little
serving
sawdust,
all
mixed
water.
in. Yeah,
water
doing
soup.
anything you can to like stretch it out and make it seem like it's a full size meal, even though it's like less food overall.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, with the 19 Movat, one day in the afternoon, you spot a ship far away on the horizon. It looks like it's a small vessel. At this distance, it's kind of hard to tell exactly. Milkshake, I swear to God, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what you're dealing with, because it's like way out on the horizon. You can just kind of spot a small something. But it might be a target. And you guys are currently on a heading. It looks like you're heading sort of toward it, but at an angle.
I think at this point, yeah, we're looking for targets.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, I think we're reporting anything because we don't know if it's going to be a hostile target, anything. So we'll probably, give the signal down to the
ship ho,
ship ho, ta-da.
I don't know.
No,
Chris,
no.
what do you say when you sight another vessel? You're the
I
Navy
didn't.
guy.
Yeah, but I didn't work topside. I was in the engine room.
You're supposed to know everything.
No,
So
all I
anyway, did you
know,
say
all I know, the ship hos are always at port.
Hey,
Hey.
So it's on it was on our left side or our right side?
it's slightly to your left side.
Support.
Ship to port.
Ships.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay. And through the relay, the captain is like, okay, we're gonna turn that direction and go, kind of head that way and check it out, see if we can get better eyes on. So the first mate and second, the first mate calls out all kinds of commands for like adjusting the sails and all this kind of stuff. And the ship turns somewhat slowly because this is not it's not the quickest of ships out there. It's a pretty heavy boat.
What
There's
flag
no
are we
e-brake.
flying?
Right now, you're not flying a flag. And as you get closer to the vessel, Movat, you can make out that the vessel is very small. It looks like this is probably some kind of a sloop, perhaps like a single masted with a jib. And it is flying a Chelish merchant flag, like it hails from Cheliax, and it's but it's not like a naval vessel or anything.
Not a naval vessel. I would pass the signal down. Attack. I mean, it's a merchant vessel, smaller than us. I think it's a good target. Let's go. Let's go for it.
Attack.
Go for it. And
Go for it.
to Svalder's question, and he would kind of know about this probably already because he's been on the ship quite a bit. The captain immediately calls for them to hoist they actually have a Chelish Navy standard that they keep. They have a handful of different standards that are useful for like this kind of situation, because when you're in a boat that doesn't go particularly fast, sometimes a little bit of subterfuge is the ticket. So they the guys go hoist the Chelish Navy flag and then start making a heading toward that ship. Slowly closing the distance. It looks like Movat, you can tell, like, you're getting closer and closer. They don't seem to be like, running full steam or anything. They're not, just an average day on a merchant boat, making their way to wherever.
Can you ping where they are?
They'd be like, they're within your square, probably.
Oh, they're in a square. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's like
from inside
objects on map are not drawn to scale.
That's right. Yeah.
Because if I have 150-mile vision, wow.
now.
Wow. Well, it does have a little scale up here underneath the title of Galarian. I just noticed. So it looks like they're about 25 miles each.
Well,
unless you wanted to change it to 50.
That's not canon. Okay.
Not on this map.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could do 25. I can change it.
There you go.
But yeah, let's call it 25. And
what is this? The Moang?
yeah, it's the Wang, but water. Watermoy.
Hell yeah.
Oh no. What are you doing?
Baby.
But yeah, you guys are closing the distance with this ship, and as you get closer, like Movat, you can start to make out figures on the deck, and you can tell, like in their crow's nest, like they're spotting you. They see your Chelish Navy standard, and they like just continue on their current course. Did you have something you were going to say there? Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just like, can I see if they've got their gun barrels out? If they look like they're disturbed? Do I have enough of a?
It looks like this is the ship has 4 cannons, 4 guns total, like 2 on a side. This is a very lightly armed ship. They're not currently like rolled out. They're not in a position to fire.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm not seeing anything peculiar that I need to warn anybody about, I'm just gonna keep watching them.
Okay. You get closer and closer, and eventually you start sending signals to like hail the ship that, hey, we're coming to check you out. I don't know how that works, but I'm assuming there's like signals, like
Semaphore flags.
We will start
flags.
sending mixed signals.
Oh, we're checking you out. Checking you out for real.
Yeah.
And you eventually pull up alongside the ship, and they're, the captain on the ship is like shouting across, "What's new today? Why the heck are you pulling me over here?" Because that's what we're doing. We're pulling them over.
Yeah. Can I just get a warning and go about my?
And
We put the white and blue flag up.
at this point, the captain has actually gone into his quarters because he kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, and he lets Decius do the talking because Decius is Chelaxian Chelish himself, and so he kind of plays the role of the Chelish Navy, and he's we heard that there was some stolen goods in these waters, and we're just just doing our due diligence and all this stuff like that. And then you can tell that the captain is getting a little bit suspicious because when you get to looking closer at the crew and all that stuff, it's like, it doesn't look like a Chelish Navy ship.
Probably don't have Chelish uniforms on.
We're undercover cops.
We're street patrol.
Not to mention, we're probably out of Chelish waters. We have no jurisdiction here.
I mean, aren't all waters Chelish waters, though? I mean, let's be honest.
Amen, brother. Cheliax Steve would be proud.
That's right. He would be. So you can see, like, at some point, the captain of the other ship, like, starts to make signals like, let's get the F out of here. But immediately Decius spots it and calls for a boarding action. And all the sailors on the ship, I mean, who among you guys would be, like, on the deck of the ship ready to throw grapnels?
Oh,
Oh,
I'd be shooting.
baby, I'd be ready to jump off the sail on one end and just swing over to release on and just jump.
Do a
out
flip.
onto them. Yep.
Oh, you're gonna release, all right, all over.
Wow.
I can only
Now you're
imagine Movat's brother being like, "Fuck, he's going in by himself again."
Not again.
What do we got?
I imagine they
here?
actually set sail in time, and he's just sailing away with them. Just all by
I'd
himself.
probably be like near Decius, ready to like throw spells or support or whatever
Okay.
with the
Yeah.
magics.
Yeah, I think Wesley would probably board, but after the main thrust of it, and just kind of going after to.
Yeah. And it's, it's obvious, like, this is a really small vessel compared to what you guys are in. This is a really, really small boat. So you can't even, like, when you come up broadside to it, like, you would, if you shot at it, you wouldn't even be able to hit it with all your guns because it's only like a tiny segment of the length of your ship. Obviously here you're not trying to shoot it, you're boarding it. So So as soon as the call comes down, like all the pirates reach down real quick to stuff that, they know what this is about. They're ready to go. They grab the grapples, throw them over, and they pull close. They start heaving the ships together closer and closer. Let's see. Everybody give me a strength check. You can tell, even though this other ship is much smaller, they do have a number of sailors on board. Like, it's not just a handful of people. They probably have 30 to 50 sailors, just based on what you're seeing.
We're doing raw strength, or are we
Athletics?
upping
Did
it
you
with-
mean
Oh, sorry,
athletics?
yes. Athletics. My bad.
Raw athletics.
Do you want me to roll one as well? I wasn't
If
rolling
you're pulling, if you're not, don't worry about it.
So I was gonna say Bosco would be like on one of those swivel guns, like the deck gun, but just
Oh, okay.
Probably just be like throwing slashing gusts at everybody. It's like,
I just can't roll.
Okay. Oh, Wesley coming in with a surprising 20.
Coming in
Not
hot.
bad. Movat, even better with the same +3. Svalder, double the bonus, half the output. And it has, like, on one side of the ship, like, pulling the hole. Like, nobody else is nearby. He's just one-manning it over there. So yeah, like the first mate is the goblin Tracklegar, and he's like calling, heave, 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 as you guys are pulling the ships together on these grapples. Do any of you guys make the first move? I mean, of course, your ship has Marines. I mean, sailors and Marines. They're basically the same thing in this case. They're like standing by to do the boarding. Do any of you guys want to jump in first, or how do you want to do it?
Oh, I'm totally gonna, run the opposite direction, jump off, and try to swing over just as soon as I think the other boat's within range.
Okay, you're gonna be the tip of the spear.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh baby, yeah.
Running
Tobin
point.
is
Calm down,
Tobin is
man.
Tobin is down below, like heaving on a line, and he sees you running, and he's like, okay, cool. So let's do this. We are gonna, let's see. Since Movat is coming in first. Oops. Oh. We are going to swap maps. And probably B-Will is going to be the only person who can see anything here, because he's the only one with a token. And you're kind of right in the middle of the map there, B-Will.
Okay. Yep, I see it.
I'm still loading. Oh, there we go.
So you land on the enemy ship alone.
Oh shit.
Tucker.
I
You're
thought
not
our
on this
ship was
map.
here.
No, this is not your ship there.
Oh.
So yeah, you land on the ship alone, and you guys all see him like go over, and he's the first one. He's like surrounded by enemy sailors and Marines or whatever. Does anybody like make an effort to join in?
Yeah, Spalder is gonna begin to
How far
try
are
to
we?
get onto the other ship.
At this point, you guys are just a few feet away, so it's a pretty easy jump. Especially if you're up above, it's a super easy jump. But even just jumping from deck to deck is fairly simple at this point.
Bromir will as well.
I would probably just start throwing spells at people around him, trying to cover him a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bosco would cover from the deck of our ship.
Yeah, I'd say you guys, anybody who's not like getting on the ship, you would easily be in range of like anything that's 30 feet or more would be within range. I'll say for anything that's going on here.
Gotcha.
And we can go ahead and I'll just drag you guys out into the water.
I'm gonna tie my grapple off. I'm gonna take a deep breath and roar, and then I'm gonna jump onto the new ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I would tiger stance first and then jump onto the ship.
Okay. Okay. Here's Monty, just in case you need him. And you guys can decide where you want to land, but it should just be somewhere like in this kind of space here. Well, yeah, anywhere like close to the edge of this where I have revealed, as you guys see it. I'm still getting people on here.
That's like
Here's Wesley. And did I get no hair? Here we go.
there I is.
Did I get can everybody see now? Did I get everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be everybody.
So yeah, you guys just figure out like let me draw this. I'll do a classic staging area.
Classic.
So like anywhere you guys can see that effect.
Yeah.
Anywhere in that box you guys can land. You can choose where you're going to land basically.
Get him.
That man's
All
a
right.
monster.
Chris, you're good with your location?
I think I'll put myself there.
And yeah, I mean we can move you closer just to because this ship. Yeah, the ships are like right next to each other at this point. So
Gotcha. Okay.
And you're good too, Luke.
you're good. Okay. So I'm going to create an encounter. Whoops. I'm gonna end the encounter and I'm gonna create a new encounter and then go ahead and add yourselves to the encounter and roll that initiative.
Gonna.
Could I use athletics for my initiative?
Sure.
Two questions.
Remember to do that.
Acrobatics for my check, since I was flipping off.
Yeah.
And would that be enough to start off with?
With your pistachio.
Yeah, with my pistachio.
Listeners note: pistachio means panache.
I don't. Mine rolled with athletics, but my perception has the same bonus, so it would have been the same.
Okay.
I don't know why. I guess it was already on athletics or for some reason.
Oh, that you got a perception check? Was that meant to be?
Sorry, I'll do it again. Did
Good
the
roll,
wrong
though.
thing.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay. Cool bananas. Let me click on these guys.
Nice.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Nice.
Ribs Test 2 was the combo breaker here. I don't know why that's
I've
still
actually
coming
been
out
looking.
like that.
Yeah, I'm still looking. I've been looking. I can't
That's
figure it
crazy.
out right now.
That's fine. Okay. Top of the round is Movat. Makes sense because he went in first.
So I think what I'm going to do is pull out my sword and just say, "Surrender now, or I kill you till you die from it."
Okay. Give me a. Are you doing an action for this?
Yeah, I'll do an intimidate check.
Yeah, give me an intimidate.
I can't see the panache buff. Just to let you know to make sure you add it to your character.
I didn't know if he said yes to that or not.
Oh yeah, you can do with the 25. That's good.
And
Or
just start.
for doing a crazy daring thing, I guess. Really.
The daring do.
And then.
Did you start the encounter? Or this is
I should start the encounter. You're right. Good call.
Oh, I didn't know if this was still before the encounter.
Oh, we're in the encounter.
That almost rolled on the 20.
Yeah, a 14. You can see that there is some pause there. These guys, like, they know they're outnumbered, and they're probably not looking to get murdered today. But it's just not quite enough to shake them to surrender just yet.
All right.
Besides the
Well-
pause are on Movat. the paws are on Movad anyway. You said there's some paws. I said they're on Movad.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
Yep,
Chris, for that.
gotcha.
That was
Oh man.
that was great.
The pause. The pause. I said
The pause.
pause.
I had a
Um,
dream where there was a pause.
So what I think I'm gonna do
The pause, motherfucker.
is, I think I'm gonna do a stride
No laws, motherfucker.
to right here as my second action.
As you do so,
Somebody's.
there
God.
a couple of attacks come flying out from their short swords.
I've seen this before somewhere.
Oh shit! I didn't target you. What's your AC?
18, I think.
Okay, so first guy misses you, and the second one gets a hit.
Well, something happened. I don't see anybody on the screen anymore.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. My bad. You died. No, yeah, he hits you with his short sword. You take 8 points of piercing damage as you try to stride past.
Oh well, it was worth it.
Totally worth.
Totally worth it.
Meow.
It's my turn, meow.
You hear Tovum on the other deck of the ship.
We are going to do the confident finisher.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Oh. Give him the P.
I am going to give him a little bit of the P now.
So you're targeting this guy?
Yeah, I should have been targeting the main boss, but I wanted to take out one of the
Okay.
low levels.
All right. Oh my god. Okay.
Lop his head
So
off.
you skewer him or chop his head off. I don't know. How do you do it, Movet? But yeah, you kill him straight up. So how do you want to do that?
As I take his head off, I want to turn to their captain.
Mhm.
Your move, Mal.
Okay.
And another attempt to kind of, give him a little intimidation.
Okay. All right. At this point, I mean, you don't have the feat. You're next, do you?
I don't think
I
so.
think it's a level 2 feat.
Yeah, I think it's level 2 feet.
But yeah, for flare points though, you do like shake your sword at him, and he looks pretty spooky. That's 3 actions from you, right?
Yep, that is 3 actions, and if I could find the turn, I would move it
I'll do it. Svalder, you're up.
First action, we're raising the shield.
Okay.
And then for my next 2 actions, we are going to, I wonder if this will work. Perfect. We're going to,
Oh, yeah?
We're going to send out my flying bird with my flying flame impulse.
You're absolutely not busted at all, flying bird.
You hate it because you love it.
That's right.
So they'll need, including, I think B will have to, because it does pass through B Will's square.
Okay. Everybody needs a basic reflex.
Yep.
Okay, so this guy.
I failed.
Oh, I thought I was the fail. So I take.
I thought that too.
Yeah. Okay. And then this guy,
Love to see it.
and then this guy. Ooh, okay. So success, fail, success, and the damage is 3. So this guy takes half, this guy takes full, and this guy takes half.
And I took
And then
half.
B will take 3 as well. Yeah. you
Okay.
got it.
Yeah, I
That'll
took the
be
3.
my turn.
Okay, cool beans. Bosco, you're up.
Nice. Okay.
Basco.
Just gonna aim right down sight. Seeing the flying, flaming bird, just gonna kind of skitter across, hit most everybody out in that range, and be like, all right, I'm just gonna dial in this one, kind of right down in front of me, and gonna target. First action, gonna shoot. Gonna leave it on piercing at the moment, and
Okay.
yeah, just gonna go for.
Give him the headshot.
Oh shoot! Let's go first action, first attack. Go shoot. That'll hit,
Nice.
Nice.
and then regular damage. So there's the base
Oh, that's right.
damage,
yeah.
and then the 1 damage to people within.
And he takes it too, right?
Yes. So we
yeah,
have
Svalder
10 foot
gets one.
radius.
The threes
Okay.
already has that splash cake.
I always get that wrong. Damn it.
Ah,
Nice
it
job.
does. Okay.
Yep, no
All right,
worries.
thank you.
Okay, sweet.
You
so
were
yeah.
shooting this one, right? Swing this guy.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
took the splash then.
So first action.
Bromir should
good.
take it as well.
Oh, is it
Yes,
a 10-foot splash?
10
10 foot radius for
Oh, this guy then too.
scatter is the word. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 foot radius.
Which
Yeah,
one
you
am I
just get-
taking the damage from? The blunderbuss
The
hit?
one.
Yeah,
Just
just
the
the one.
Yeah.
It says splash.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
it.
1 splash.
Okay.
And
A lot of friendly fire so far.
That's right.
just peppering that deck with shot, and then the second action just
Still assaulted with this pepper.
gonna reload real quick.
Assaulted.
Okay.
Can you change it to
You guys say
slashing?
friendly fire?
Change it to slashing. You just hear that rumble up from the board, and it's like, ah, yeah, I could do that. And then third action, I'll take my action to kind of like crank this one like wheel on the front. You hear it cock, and then just like opens up this chamber. He spits in it, closes the chamber, and now it's we'll make it slashing damage.
Okay.
And so that's my 3 actions. So reloaded, change
Oh,
the
you just swap.
damage,
Okay.
and then switch it. So I'll
Blast it
move
on
the
over
tracker.
to the LHC.
Shield.
Starting out with a shield. I love it.
Slashing gust.
Oh, slash gust. So you're gonna do a spell attack roll against two
So
creatures?
we're doing this guy first. Gonna miss. Gonna go ahead and heap-ho that.
Okay. Classic Tucker.
You know how we do here.
There it is.
That is not typically how you do.
Wow.
But okay.
Well spent.
Go ahead. There's no crit damage for me, so I guess you'll just have
Wow.
to double it.
Okay, so I take double damage on that, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Wrong guy.
Oh no. Actually, they take bleed on a critical success. That's what it is. It's one
Wait, was this the right guy or no?
No, he.
no.
surprised
Sorry.
Merchant Sailor.
Yeah, I
You targeted.
Target him.
He targeted the surprise merchant sailor first, and then changed it.
Yeah.
And then he boosted. Okay.
Well, I was gonna attack the other one next, so I just went ahead and changed it. But
Okay, so surprise merchant sailor is looking very surprised and near death.
He's got
no,
bleed.
he only takes 7
Oh.
damage.
Sorry.
He gets
Yeah,
1d4 bleed on a crit.
No, critical success. The target takes double damage.
Oh, shit.
And 1d4 persistent.
Oh,
bleed.
it's
Damn it,
and
Tucker.
1d4.
Stop boosting yourself.
My bad. I was in the pair.
Straight griefing
Love it.
right now.
Is there? Okay, I'll just add the bleed to him. Go ahead and roll that attack roll for the next guy there.
Not bad. All right.
Oh, you're good. Just stop screwing up. Thank you.
All right, there's the one.
Punishment.
Oh no!
Oh no. Okay, that's all.
The balance. Okay, but he's got that hot. What? Did it?
Hot dot.
Crit
It did a
miss.
weird thing. What did it do? Shit. Hold on. Sorry. Oh my god.
1d6
stop?
add
What are you- boosting?
What are you doing, dog?
I don't know. I can't operate that user interface. I'll just do it manually. Heh, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna walk up and punch the guy in front of me.
Okay, I like it.
So I will do a little rage action.
telling you, this man is One Punch
Okay.
Man.
That's what
Okay.
HE stands for, is One Punch Man.
That's
Like
right.
One Punch Man.
Strike fist. I think you fisted him.
I think HIS stands for hitting everything everywhere hard.
Right. Surprised merchant sailor. Oh, we have 2 surprised merchant sailors. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, big hit. He looks like he's, like punched him in the stomach or something, and he is struggling. You got another action, right? Or no, was that all 3?
Yeah, stride, rage.
Rage,
punch.
stride, attack?
Yep.
Okay. So Wesley's going to be up.
Wesley is going to do the thing, and he's going to cast Heal
Oh.
versus Living. Right meow.
Right meow.
Are you going to do a
Aw.
2 action?
Yeah,
Are you going to do it on Movat?
yeah.
Aw,
Uh,
thank you, meow.
Awesome. On the other deck, you hear, "Oh, thank God, meow." And then you've got another action.
And I'm just going to... who's coming up after me? Groups test. I'm going to go ahead and give him the guidance.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hot.
Okay. And then that's going to be your turn, Gribbs test too.
All right. My first action is to Flurry of Blows the surprised near death near me.
Give him that big flurry.
Sailor. See if that works.
I like it.
All right, and then I'm going to.
Okay.
Nice.
Is this
Okay.
Bromir's first hit
It might be. It depends.
of the whole campaign?
And I just roll another succinct one. With the Flurry
Yeah.
of Blows.
I mean, you can go ahead and roll the damage there.
Okay, I can just do it then.
Because you're going to kill him.
What a guy.
What a
What a
guy.
guy!
What a
So I think you can, let's see. Oh, well, because you can.
There's no other.
Yeah,
targets
nobody
around.
else is next to you, but normally you could switch targets after that, I think.
Let's see what we got. I didn't think I was actually going to hit anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a move action.
Little stride. Okay.
Stride. And then for my third and final action, I'm going to try and grapple the guy.
Okay. Don't
what
forget you got a
happens
little map on there.
Yeah, we'll have to add the map. Let's see here.
BRB.
Did it add the map? Oh, I don't think it's going to do anything anyway. And it looks like it did not add the map.
Okay.
No, I thought it was going to land anyway.
Yeah, that is a failure. So yeah, he kind of like just sort of dances back a little bit, and you're not able to get him grabbed up. That is 3 for you, right?
Yep. And that's
Okay.
my turn.
So then it's going to be the surprised merchant sailor's turn.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Surprised merchant sailor is actually going to throw down arms. He's going to drop his sword. I surrender. I surrender. And then he will. I'm going to give him the prone condition as he like goes down to his knees. If I can find it. Holy crap, they're alphabetical. Okay, we did it. We got there. This fella is what is he gonna do? He's got some stuff.
Think about your min meow.
About what now?
Think about your min meow.
Yeah. He's thinking about this burning hands that he's gonna cast.
Son of a bitch. Meow.
And I think we're gonna do it. I guess we're just gonna do it right there. So we're just gonna hit Bromir and Svalder. I need
Do
a.
an Orcish superstition as a reaction.
You defend yourself against magic. Gain a +1 circumstance. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, get a +1 on that. Oh, Svalder.
I'm a hero playing.
Okay.
One session.
Oh,
There you go.
Nice.
Damn it! I forgot to add the 1.
Okay, so you got a +1 on this. Okay,
Yeah,
it's just still a regular success either way.
Okay.
Okay, so you're both gonna take half damage, and here is that damage. 7 points. So you both take 3. That's 2 actions, and for his third action, he's gonna go ahead and raise that
Is that
shield.
gonna hit me too? I'm just wondering because it's got
No.
reflex for Movat specifically in it.
Oh, no, I think you're not in the.
It's
You're
just
not in
because
the.
he had you targeted when he.
Oh
used
yeah, that's
the-
that's my bad.
Okay.
So yeah, he's going to have shield on. So that's his turn. Surprised is dead. So we don't need to do his bleed either. And the annoyed merchant sailor is up. This guy hasn't been hurt much. I think he's gonna take a swing at Svalder here. Probably gonna roll a natural 20 because that's just how I like to do Dom.
That's just how he rolls.
That's, not a natural 20,
Still pretty close.
but a hit. We'll take those. And 7 points of damage. Second action, he's
Hold
going.
on, I want to do my reaction.
Okay, what's your reaction?
I'm gonna shield block.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's going to reduce it by 5 at this level, or how much is it? Is it 10?
Hitting block and then damage, right? There we go.
Or it's 5 damage.
5. Okay, so 2 gets through.
Yep.
And that's your shield cantrip, right? That you're blocking with?
No, my shield.
Oh, you have a regular shield. Okay, cool.
I don't
I'm
have the shield cantrip.
Did everybody die yet?
No, not yet. Second action, he is going to attempt to dagger you. This is a sword and dagger,
I
pirate.
do love a good daggering.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Nice.
Oh, missed by 1.
Love that
Wow.
raise of shield.
Yeah, that's huge. And then for his third action, he's going to actually. What is he gonna do? Probably shit on his own face, I think.
It's just the kind of guy that attacks, surrenders.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like,
that
he didn't go down. What do I do? Surrender?
And he jumps off the ship.
Yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think he's going to jump off the ship. Because he's like, I imagine he's like in between a rock and a hard place, and he's like, yeah, I'll take a stab. But after hitting the guy solidly, he's like not even looking hurt.
Yeah,
He
it's like,
leaps
these
off
guys
it.
are too high of a
It's a hard
CR for me. Something just got raised.
And then Movat, you are up. Remember, of course, this guy has surrendered and is prone, and this guy has jumped into the water. So the only active combatant right now is that guy.
And since he did not surrender before we started, I want to do a little thing you know, called a one-action tumble through.
Okay.
Want to land behind him
Okay.
here. If it
Give me that acrobatics check.
works. Oh shit!
I need you to not fail
You wanna-
that.
You want to do a hero point?
I'm gonna try hero points because I mean, jeez.
Hey man, I did it once.
He just rolls straight into his leg.
I'll take it.
Hey, there you go. All right, you tumble through. You get your pistachio.
Rolls into his lap and just starts purring.
And for my second, I'm going to attack him from behind. And that's
Okay, that'll
it.
hit. Is this a finisher or what are you doing
And
here?
this is the finisher.
Okay.
Confident finisher.
Oh wow.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
And so that was the end of my second turn, and I have one attack
Oh.
left.
As you stab him confidently, you get a perfect killing blow. Did you put the wrong guy? Did I do this wrong? What did you do? Here, I'm gonna do this. There we go. How do you do it on this guy?
Just
I think just right through the throat and neck and out the back of his neck. Just
Um,
So I just see a blade come towards me through him.
The other dude's head is still
Kinda like
stuck on his
sprays.
rapier.
and
It's just collecting them at this point.
then I'll kind of stick my head around and go, "Oh, sorry, Mal."
Willis, don't you know you're supposed to leave him at 1 hit point?
I know, right?
Sorry.
Point.
What's a hit
What is a
point?
hit
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
You have one more action, and there is a surrendered combatant on the field. Are you okay with letting him surrender?
Well, I mean that'll be up to the captain. You know
Okay.
what happens to the prisoners. I'm not gonna overstep my bounds. You know, like jumping on board without permission from the captain, attacking. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
I have to have
It was-
some lines not to cross.
It was the permission was
Guy
implicit.
with the rest in line, you know. That's how it always goes.
As you guys take out everybody, you know, it's been kind of like a haze of combat. Like you're focused on what's going on right around you, but as all of your combatants fall and you kind of like look around the rest of the ship, you see that in the time that it's taken you to take these guys out, the other sailors and Marines from your ship have followed Movat's lead, swarmed onto the ship, and everybody at this point is either killed or surrendered. You see, it's about 15 sailors who are on their knees now, hands over their heads, and are being held as sword point or gun point, and are have surrendered. And at this time, like the Captain Frozenhand, has already made his way across. Like as soon as it became combat, he rushed out from the captain's quarters and jumped across too. And he's basically accepting their surrender at this point. And he's like, all right, get them all lined up on the edge of the deck and tie them up in this rope and let's loot this bitch. Come on, you know what to do. So they're getting all the captured sailors off to the side at this point. What are you guys doing? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start searching the lead dude I just killed.
Okay.
Tie
need
some
to
guys
tie
up to the
people up.
mast.
Yeah.
take a look across the horizon to see if there are any other ships still any shown up since we've engaged them, even though it's been like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But-
Well, and I mean, like getting up to them and all that would have taken time, you know, a few minutes for sure. So yeah, you look out across the horizon in all directions and you don't see any other ships at this point.
I want to toss a rope down to the one that bailed.
Okay. Yeah, he'll sort of reluctantly take it as he like hearing what's going on the deck and realizing that it's a total surrender. And he's not hearing people be executed, so he does take the rope.
He grabs the rope.
You shoot him in the face.
No. Whoa.
It was the news all along,
No.
wasn't it?
No. Is that a shark?
Oh
God.
shark, baby shark.
Starts
Dude.
climbing.
Can I start walking down behind the tied up prisoners and start searching them?
Yeah, sure. You said you were searching the captain first.
Yeah, I put all the stuff in
somebody-
the stash.
Already looted him. Well, he does have a
Oh.
spell book on him, which may not be noted what all is in there.
Oh,
He had
Let
a
me-
staff.
I
and,
like those.
Yeah.
What was
some
on 'em?
stuff. Tevis is pulling it up, but it's in the party
Yeah, it's in the
stash.
party stash.
He had a staff, a spell book, and some thieves' tools.
I don't see the party stash.
It's in the. You have to go into the little clicky thing in the party. It's not in
Oh, it's in there.
how we. Yeah.
Oh, I see
lot of
the
clicking to do.
stash.
Which we never did really divvy up any of the last.
Yeah, you guys probably want to divvy up your loot at some point, for sure. All right, those are.
I
He has
will take
three.
the spell book.
He has
but
three
I don't know
spells in his
what's in it.
spell book, and they are now listed there on the item description.
Oh. So that nobody
What's
else
that?
wants that, right? No, I mean, for the spell book, right?
I'm sorry, was that Monty speaking?
What?
Because you know,
It was quite
He's a
robotic,
construct.
whatever it was.
yeah. Sorry, Tuck. Could you say that
hold on.
again? You broke up on us there.
I can copy those in my spell book, right?
Yeah.
But it like takes time and money.
Arcana
Yeah, you're looking
checks.
for the learn a spell activity.
Mhm.
So just look that up. And usually for that kind of stuff, we'll try to do that between sessions, unless we need it like right now, and then we can
Right.
do it. But yeah, for sure. The other guys don't really have much. Just basic like short sword, dagger, whatever's on them. Feel free to loot. Historically, the captain is a little bit laissez-faire about loot, but there are certain rules, like certain things go to the ship, and then you divvy that up at the end. Like when you get to port, you divvy up. So sometimes it's okay to loot things personally, but a lot of the time, like especially valuable things, are expected to be the ship's booty, and then that'll be divided when you get to port. But he does walk over to you, Movat, and everybody, and he kind of like claps you on the back with his gloved hand, and you feel like this chill where it hits you. And he's like, "Good job, good job. That was really great taking the lead, Movat. Dangerous, but somebody's got to go first, and you did it today."
I'm always happy to serve y'all.
Well, an extra share of the loot goes to you when we make it to port.
Oh, you're most gracious, Captain. Meow.
Yes. Yes. And then he walks
She
off.
has wares. If you have flinch.
But do you guys participate in the looting of the ship at this point? Like other sailors are starting to kind of cross over, and they're going down into the cargo hold. And this ship does have. I'll just go ahead and reveal all the layers here. We've got 3 layers of ship.
I was gonna say if there's like just supplies, like if we take like ropes and things like that to be able
Mhm.
to transfer over for mending and repairs, any kind of extra shot from cannon over, things like that.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the main thing probably is going to be, of course, food and water is one of the big things. But yeah, all that stuff for sure too. Ropes, any extra. They have like, most ships will have like spare spars and timber on their deck. So like you grab all that to replace what you've already used. And you guys, along with the rest of the crew, make pretty quick work of this. I mean, it's a lot of work to pull out, because you're going to go down and pull out all their cargo and bring it over to your ship, and it's going to be several hours probably process of moving all this stuff over.
I'd like to go to the captain's cabin and kind of search it.
Okay. Do you try to do it quietly, or are you obvious about it, or how do you do it?
I mean, I know that. Everything I do is obvious.
Super obvious. Okay.
I mean, but
Sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna be. Nobody's not gonna notice me going in, but yeah, I'm gonna be looking at things as I work my way down to it.
So yeah, the captain's quarters is going to be over here. If you look on the left side of the map, so I'll drag you over there, and you guys can kind of see where he goes. So that is you guys can see that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the captain's quarters over there. So basically, if you can make sense of this layout, like this version has the aft castle, the top of it with the helm, and then this version has like the rooms inside of.
Oh,
there.
I see what's going on.
Yeah, and then the one on the right is the cargo bay, the cargo deck.
I would probably be interrogating some of the captives.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you talk to them, and from what you can gather, this seems to be a pretty normal merchant vessel. They were just trading some basically cloth is what they're primarily transferring, but they have a few bits and bobs here and there.
So I would have asked, what port are they going to? How many is in the fleet, kind of thing, and if there are others, what other goods are they transporting aside from cloth?
They say they're not part of a fleet; they're just a solo operation, and they were heading toward Cantargo.
Montego?
Baby, why don't we go?
Bermuda,
Bermuda?
Bahama.
Come on, pretty mama.
Yeah.
Oh, be will. Terrible.
Baby mama.
Baby mama.
Llama.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I would like to do a quick check through the cargo hold, looking for any hidden compartments or anything like that.
Sure. Give me a perception check there.
And I'm doing the same thing in the captain's quarters.
Okay. In the captain's quarters, you find a log. The log supports what Bromir is hearing from the crew, that, and it kind of like tracks their voyage and where they're heading, and has a list of everything that's on board. Or at least an official list, which it lists 50 bolts of silk. Well, not silk. It wouldn't be silk. Of linen, and 50, 20 bolts of this, and it's stuff that has value. Since your cargo hold is not very full, you'll likely take all of it, just because you can sell it and it's money.
I'll probably rip those pages out to give to the master, because it's already inventory. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Additionally, in the drawer, you find where did it go? You find a potency crystal in a drawer of the captain's desk, which maybe I can link that. Maybe not. It's a potency crystal. If you just search for potency crystal in the compendium, it'll come up.
Talisman, right?
Yes.
+1 to hit, or is it the striking?
I think it's a striking for one round, basically. And you find a Thunderstone Lesser as well. Chris, you got a 12. Okay, is moving supplies. So yeah, you guys get operating. It has a little sort of winch set up. Just like a simple block and tackle to pull up the cargo. So I imagine, go down to the cargo deck and you start loading up, tying up the stuff to be pulled up by the other sailors, and moving everything around, and getting it going. You could give me a perception check as well, if you wanted to, since you're down there, and anybody else who wants to go down to the cargo bay.
Yeah, I'm moving stuff with here.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll a perception too.
What was the second? Oh, it was a lesser. What?
I'm gonna just change my dice for the third time tonight.
Thunderstone.
Thunderstone.
Yeah, Thunderstone lesser.
Beyond Thunderstone.
Svalder, you don't notice anything. Anybody else doing a perception check in the cargo bay?
Yes.
I mean, I'll eventually work my way down there.
13. You don't really find anything. You don't find anything hidden. It looks like everything you're locating is on the manifest. So far, though, you have found several crates of food, barrels of water, like enough supplies. You know, I mean, you're not a professional in this arena, but you know, you're like, yeah, that's at least another week or two, maybe. So it's not, you know, because the ship is so much smaller and its crew is so much smaller.
Right.
They just would have less, you know. But it looks like it would at least give you a week, for sure. Any other perception checks in the cargo hold?
Yeah, I'll get down there eventually as soon as I can find my character sheet again.
Okay.
We should probably take the cannonballs and ammunition as well.
Okay. Yeah, you guys load all that stuff up as well. Movat with the 17.
Sounded like a DC 20 check.
Yeah, you don't find anything hidden at this time. But yeah, as the cargo is being loaded up, you know, slowly the cargo bay is being emptied, and all that stuff is, you know, it's like a whole team of people now moving the cargo over to your ship, and it's getting loaded down at your cargo bay. And after a few hours, the sun's starting to go down a little bit, and the job is finally done. You basically have looted everything off of this ship that seems to have any value at all. And about that time, the captain's like, "All right, everybody, back on the ship. Back on the ship."
Do we take their colors with us?
Yeah, might as well.
What do we do with the prisoners, sir? Do we take them aboard or leave them?
We'll leave these rats to find their own way.
I mean, don't we need new crew members? Didn't we have a whole bunch of them die?
Yeah, that's true.
We should at least give them the option. They fought honorably.
Is Haz suggesting this with his speech to the captain?
No, it was, yeah, no.
Sign language, you know.
I mean, you could if you want to try.
I'm trying to think of how I'd phrase that by not talking. Shit. I guess I'm just gonna kind of do a little sweeping motion, little fisticuffs, and then point to our boat.
I think I see what you mean.
Yes, he wants to throw them over the boat towards our boat.
You said to do a public execution on the boat.
You said you think we should let a cat loose on them, distract them viciously.
Do you need services?
I'll start pointing to like all the crew members, and then I'll point to them and kind of be like,
"Oh, yeah,
I don't know about them at all."
I see now. Yes. Okay, yeah. Do any of you scallywags want to join our crew? And you know, he offers the opportunity to join. A few of them do take him up on the offer, and with those that remain. Yeah, I mean, there's maybe like 6 or 7 people who don't take up the offer, which would probably be just barely enough to operate this ship. So yeah, they decide not to take him up on the offer, and they're kind of taking their chances because you know sometimes that doesn't go very well. But Frozen Hand seems to be good for his word and lets them go. Did you guys do anything before you leave the ship, or are you ready to set sail?
I'm gonna start a fire in the cargo hold.
Are you really?
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
I mean, to be fair, we stole their food. They're not going to have any food. They're going to starve to death. So,
I mean, they can get to
They,
land, maybe.
they could. They might catch some fish.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But
sure.
Movat just wants
We
to
would have
watch
taken
the
their
world
poles.
burn.
I mean, they might volunteer this way, Meow.
There's being a pirate and there's being a shit.
That's a
Yeah.
pirate. Because I was honestly thinking about it getting burned down anyway.
Wow, you guys are the worst.
We're the best pirates. We're the worst,
Okay.
best pirates.
So Movat is setting a fire. Give me a survival check just to determine how effectively you set the fire. Obviously, sailing vessels are
Weathered.
Well, they're weathered, but it's still fire is probably the biggest hazard on a wooden boat.
So make
A survival check.
or would it be a sailing lore check? Would I know where the best place to set fire would be?
I'm gonna
On
say a
the wood
survival
part.
check.
I'm gonna say, I was just asking.
Hey, that's fair. That's a fair question.
Yeah.
Because anything is better than my +0.
Hey, a 12 is reasonably not bad. You set a decent fire in a spot that seems like it'll spread. It'll probably take a little while, but you get it going, and you're like, that's definitely that's good.
That's the worst ones.
Yep.
And so you climb back up, and like smoke starts to come out of the bottom as everybody's getting on the other side of the ship and
Fire
getting
set,
back to the
Captain Meow.
constellation.
Fires said Captain Meow.
And Captain Frozenhand, after he's back on the Constellation, looks over and sees like smoke coming up from the cargo bay, and he's like, "Is that on fire? Did somebody set a fire over there?"
Oh, I thought we were looking for volunteers, Meow. I just thought this would help them decide to join, Meow.
If they're not with us, they're against us.
In the future, ask me before you set fire to enemy vessels, Movat.
Oh, yes, Captain. Sorry,
You
Captain.
did a good job today getting on board the enemy ship, but don't overstep your bounds.
Yes, Captain. My apologies, Captain.
All right, well, let's get out of here. And he leaves them on the burning boat.
I like it. I like it. So how many joined us?
It would have been about 8.
Okay, so
Eight-
7
eight.
died in the fire. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, as you see, like they start trying to set up some kind of a water brigade, but they don't have any
Wait.
water down below. So
They're still tied up though, aren't they?
no, they untied them. Yeah.
I mean, I tied them up to the mast. All right.
I didn't know. Meow.
I wasn't told to untie them.
The other sailors, there are
okay.
others.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys make your way. You see you do continue to sail northward, and the burning boat grows smaller and smaller in the distance. And you guys don't know what happens to those sailors.
Probably for the best.
Maybe for the best.
It was burning.
So-
man.
In a sea parks?
Never mind. We can talk about all that offline. Divvying up
Yeah.
treasure and whatnot.
Sure. So you guys continue your voyage. Did anybody have anything they wanted to do or talk about as you get back on the ship? Anybody you want to talk to? Anything like that?
I'm gonna. I need to talk to my brother in a private as place as possible, which is hard ship.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to the captain briefly.
Okay. So yeah, after a couple hours, like everything kind of settles down and it's evening time, things are quieter on the ship, and it's a good opportunity. You can approach the captain if you want to at that point, Falder.
Okay. Captain, I didn't want to bring this up as I knew the situation we were in was quite dire and we definitely needed to resupply. But when we were on that island where we were acquiring our supplies, we did find a cave that had possible valuables there that was being guarded by some creatures that Wesley identified, like takas or something.
Takas. I've never heard of that. It sounds like a food item that I've had. That's really
I
good.
love tacos.
See, I thought about maybe we could kill them and then eat them, and then also take the whatever was in the cavern as well as additional spoils.
It sounds like that might be my old cavern. You say it's overrun with some kind of creatures?
Yes, they were bluish-looking hounds.
Yeah, I used that as a storage place a long time ago. I guess there might still be. Was there still stuff there?
From what we could see, yes, but we could not verify the contents, though.
I'm honestly not sure what I left there. Well, we'll get back there eventually.
Yes, just when we are back in the area, if you wanted to, we could definitely go and grab what's there, but that's all I had, so I'll take my leave if you'll have me. Or let me.
I'll
You'll have
you,
me.
all right. Okay. Yeah, oh, yeah.
And we go to black. Little flip or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And okay, so we go to Bovat, chatting with Tovum. Somewhere quiet.
So we will be talking in Amarin,
Okay.
just because I'm trying to be secretive and hope nobody knows this language. You've got to stop giving away our secret. We don't need everybody to know.
It's kind of hard when I'm getting stabbed all the time, meow.
Man up, Spat.
Don't you mean cat up?
You're right.
He looks like he's about to smack you back, but then he's like, "What?"
Uh-huh. And I smacked myself in the face.
No, damn it.
The mind games.
Yeah. And then that's pretty much it. Just I give him a warning, like, look, we don't need
All
people
right.
finding out about this now.
I'll try, but if you get me knocked out on the deck again, there's nothing I can do about that.
I am glad you weren't up in the crow's nest while I was out. You might not want to be up there while I'm gone.
I'll just put myself in the brig next time you're off the ship.
Sounds good. Good talk. And then I'll turn around and leave.
Okay. All right. So the ship makes its way north, and it goes. Let's see. It goes up. Are you guys seeing this movement?
No, I'm still on the three.
Yeah, I'm
Battle
seeing
map,
three
yeah.
boats.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, we're on the inner sea region now. That's I forgot to move us.
Oh,
So we are now moving north through
sailing.
Cape Kraken, past Bog Rock,
Just sidestepping these.
striking
Land
all
ho.
sorts of land.
The ship
going-
grows legs.
We're going around Cape Dis.
Your
and you
ship has
guys-
those zoomies.
Use that opportunity to diss each other. And as you get up here and you get closer and closer, those of you who are familiar with the lay of the land start to realize where you're heading.
We're heading to a penal colony.
And you make port at Vire. By the time you get to Vire, you're basically all out of supplies again. Let me see. You pull into the port, and Vire is like it's a bustling city, but it has a very distinct vibe to it. And let's see,
Is it vile?
not necessarily vile. Does anybody, I mean, probably Svalder would have been here just on the Constellation, because this is a port that they call to every so often. Would anybody else have cause to have been to Vire before or know anything about it?
It's probably the furthest west I've ever been.
Alaska, at least.
It's the
May have
furthest
heard about
north.
it, but not been there.
It's furthest north we've ever been,
Okay.
and west.
Yeah, I'm sure that we probably, like, when they first picked me up in the Varisian Gulf, that they were probably heading towards Vire.
Yeah, that may be like
on the ship.
may have been the first port after you got on. So basically, you are aware, Svalder, that Vire is a large, freewheeling, and chaotic city, but it is not entirely without its laws. 5 rules known as promises govern all residents and visitors, compact enough to be carved near statues throughout the city. So as you guys come into the city, which you have not yet, but once you do, you'll see these 5 rules carved in various locations, but it's all over the pier, of course, because people are coming in. And these 5 rules are: I shall honor all coin, meaning all transactions are final, and if it's money, it's money. I shall speak many names, meaning that if somebody calls themselves by a name, that's their name. You don't question, you don't ask for any further. You just say, hey, you said that your name is Clopas, and that's what it's going to be. There is, I may wound yet shall not kill, which means that you are not supposed to kill people in Vire, but it's okay to fight. And I know none are below me. So prejudice and discrimination of all forms are heavily discouraged. And the 5th rule is I shall let closed doors remain closed. Basically,
Don't snoop where you don't need to be snooping.
that's right. So the whole vibe of Vire is like live and let live. Y'all are doing all kinds of illegal shit, and we are totally fine with that. Just, you know,
Honestly, it seems like a really fucking cool place to be, honestly. Like,
yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's a pretty cool spot. So as you guys pull into Vire, and, you know, of course, there's all kinds of work that needs to be done to get the ship into port properly and tied off and everything, get the sails all down. And as you're doing that, I guess it would probably be Trakelgar is like going through with Decius and a couple other of the big guys on the ship to go through the loot. And he divides it up into bags. And as you guys are disembarking from the ship to make your way into Vire, you know, before you do, the captain is like, same rules as always. Those of you who've been to Fire, you know the rules. Those of you who have not been, he explains the 5 rules to you. Also, don't do anything stupid. Try not to get killed, and don't bring any trouble to the ship. If you get in trouble, don't bring it to the ship. I'll be at the Busty Maiden if you need me to help you out with stuff. Other than that, have fun. Good luck. And be back here within 7 days. The bag, as you walk off of the ship, you know, Trakelgar is like dropping bags into your hands. Each of the bags that you receive has 25 gold pieces in it.
And I get double that.
Except for Movat, who gets he gets 50.
Nice.
And as you guys are disembarking as well, Hadron, Tucker, are you still here with me?
Yes.
Okay. Decius comes up to you as you're getting off the ship, and he's like, hey, Hadron, I'm sure you got lots of stuff that you're wanting to do in town. Totally cool. But if you can, I really need you to pick me up some more of these, what were they called?
The gems
Yes, the gems.
for the fast boat maneuver.
Yes, for the ritual, because we burned them all up. I'm going to give Tucker a hero point for knowing what was coming. That was great.
And that's tonight's session.
This is a carryover hero point.
Awesome.
But yeah, if you can find any. I mean, Vire's a big place. There should be somebody. I don't have a contact here for those gems, but I would just ask around and see what you can find out for me. Okay.
I got you. You got to show me how to do that one day too. That's so cool.
Well, we'll work on it. We'll work up to that. You got a few things you need to learn first, but you're doing great. You're doing great, Hadron. Great stuff.
Thank you. All right. Just gems. Gotcha.
Yeah, gems. Those gems. They probably will be expensive, so just let me know when you've got a guy, and if you need money, come on down to the Busty Maiden, and
I got you.
Okay.
The Busty Maiden.
My place is bussing.
That's right. That's my understanding. Okay. And you guys walk into the city of Vire. It is a happening place, a bumping place. There's all kinds of things that you can buy and do here. And that is where we're going to end our session tonight.
Nice, dude.
Really quick question.
Awesome.
What was the time frame from looting the merchant vessel getting to Vire again?
That would have been about a week and a half, maybe about a 10-day.
Over that span of time, could I have had Hadron or Basco repair my shield, because I'm not very good at crafting?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Or even Ragnall would do it for you too.
Okay.
But yeah, anybody could have in that amount of time for sure.
Awesome. Okay. Just wanted to double check that. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cool bananas. We got through quite a bit of content tonight,
Oh,
y'all.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that is 250 experience points.
Oh, baby.
baby.
450 total.
Nice,
Yeah.
making strides.
Making
Yeah.
almost halfway
Almost halfway.
to Lev 2.
So each of us
Um,
got 25 gold pieces we're holding on to walking off the ship, except for Bovat. And then
Movat, who's loaded, and you guys all know he's loaded.
You can see his pants is drooping with coin.
do we see Movat and Tovum like leave the ship together, or is one always like, all right, see you when you get back, dear? Like, is it
Dear.
question.
Bye, honey.
This particular case, we're actually both walking off the ship together.
gotcha? Okay, because like of course like seeing on the away team the first of it, one was on the ship, and then one stayed on the ship for the boarding action, things like that. So trying to keep eyes on everybody's, but gotcha. Okay.
At this point, I think Tovum just wants to keep an eye on me.
Just to keep from getting injured for a day, even?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can help it.
I would turn to Svaldir. Like, so where are you headed?
Might see
Anywhere in
what's
particular?
around. If I don't see anything that pops out immediately, I might do a little bit of work here and there just to get some extra coin while we're here.
Sounds good. Let me know if you need any company.
Yeah, if I find a bouncing gig, I'll let you know.
I like to bounce.
Yeah.
On D's. It's nuts.
It's nuts.
There's no need to bring the quartermaster into this.
Yeah, the Quartermaster's still at the Busty Maiden.
Quartermaster nuts.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Which, just as an update, Roscoe has profusely apologized as often as he could, and he's actually going to at a time that he can kind of do it surreptitiously. He comes up to you, Wesley, and drops 5 gold pieces into your bag as way of apologizing.
Do I catch him doing it?
Yeah, you probably notice.
That's not necessary.
Listen, don't worry about it, Wesley. I just I don't like to have debts, and I feel like I owe you something.
And never mind pay me again.
I almost killed you.
Well,
and
Yeah.
Do I notice the money being exchanged?
He was trying to be surreptitious, but you could do a perception check.
there you go.
No.
I mean, this was a payment to stop you from hooking him in the head.
You're right. Leave my brain alone.
well, we'll get to the bottom of this. It's okay.
Generate all the power.
Nobody's frisked him for any like cursed amulets or anything yet.
No, nobody checked it.
Question
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't find that. He has an ankle bracelet, is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, we put him on there in case he broke out of jail.
that's right. It's a tether.
It's a tracking bracelet.
All right. Well, I want to go find a fighting pit. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go find some gems.
I'll be hitting the library.
Okay.
We're gonna go find some clothing.
Shore leave, baby.
Shop.
And
then
shore
see
leave.
if
That's
there's-
right.
And then see if there's a fencing tournament going on anywhere.
Okay.
You're gonna take post at a fencing tournament.
I think he's gonna participate.
I think I'm gonna participate in the fencing tournament if there is one.
Okay. Well, cool beans. I think let's end our stream there, and we'll call it a night, guys.
Yep.
Pick it up 2 weeks from now. That will be the 17th of November.
Yep.
Probably before the American Thanksgiving.
Just as a reminder for everybody, if there are things that you want to throw out during that time, we do have that downtime role play in the Slack, and then you can always use the Star-Crossed Horizons chat.
Gotcha.
Or I guess we could probably use Pungent Masters, or we can make another chat in the for this campaign.
Let's pick a chat we already.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say just do it in Star-Crossed Horizons.
Okay.
Cool beans. All right. Thanks for coming out, everybody. And we'll catch you next time.
Hell
See you
yeah.
guys.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.